seconds, but like I said before, it takes a little bit for it to start. Hello and welcome everybody back to Orin D&D. This is the Collective Session 74 entitled Black-Throated Wind. The description of the session is as follows. Dark clouds and screaming winds have fallen upon the city of Magnolia as Duke Brolin and the Collective prepare to begin their search for the man believed to be Malmsteen, a long-forgotten tempest. Armed with new knowledge and ominous warnings from their encounter with the chronomancer Abraham, the party may very well have to risk one of their own to lure the mysterious mage out, at least if the chronomancer's words are to be believed. Today's summary was provided by the letter E, as well as by Tim and Siggins. Tim and Siggins, thank you very much for your contributions, and you will receive inspiration. You should see the dice next to your characters in the game. Here we go. So, let's see. The Collective opened our previous session in a grand circular room located in the strange grayscale time dimension that Abraham had sent them to. Roscoe, having found the book entitled Inception, Stabilization, and Termination of Extraplanar Gateways, had studied the strange runes surrounding the floating object being held in place by the rays of dark energy firing from 3 obelisks surrounding it. As he flipped through the book, the rest of the party anxiously searched through the room for anything that may give them an advantage against the hordes of terrible shadowy creatures that had been banging against the magical barriers separating the room from the unending void. After some study, Roscoe believed that he had a good enough grasp on the theory behind the runes that he could fill in the blanks and try and seal away the crystal. Suspecting that finishing the runic circle would release the shadows, the party readied themselves with a few spells to protect Roscoe and each other from the impending attack. Upon completing the first set of runes, the chalk began to glow as the runes in the other 2 segments shifted, forcing Roscoe to start from scratch in solving them and sealing away this artifact. And as shadows began to pour into the room, rushing towards the Collective, the party prepared to clash. As Gorn came screaming into the room, seemingly from nowhere, 10 feet above one of the shades, shattering it with his maul as he came down, saving Otis. Roscoe quickly rushed over to the second sigil and completed it with little difficulty, releasing even more shades into the room, but bringing the fight closer to an end. Kevril ripped through a group of shades with a moonbeam before wild-shaping into a bear. Would Bevril and Bearsco have been friends? Who knows? Cedric, DeLorean, and Rosani each lured in groups of shades around them before turning them, destroying many of them at once and turning the tide in the Collective's favor before Roscoe was able to complete the third sigil. All the shades that had been released had been defeated, and the party took a moment to regroup. The only shades left, shadows, had been sealed behind a grand, large barrier on the far edge of the room. The party, in a stunning display of teamwork and stalwart defense, defended themselves from the shadows as Roscoe drew the third sigil and began to chant the ritual words to seal away the artifact, with Kevril's lizards, Otis, Rosani, and Gorn's magic and enhanced attacks, and DeLorean's backup of Roscoe as he read the magic words. Were enough to protect everyone from being taken into the void or sapped of all their strength. Battle was fierce, but the party was able to hold until the object was sealed away, bathing the party in blinding light and returning them to the prime material plane. After returning to the present day, is being in a memory technically the past? Where they found themselves back in the farmhouse standing across from the chronomancer Abraham once again, with the tome that he sought finally in hand and sufficient fun having been had. It was time for Abraham to pay up with answers to two of the collective's questions, whatever they wished. The group convened to discuss what they would ask. After a brief debate regarding the answers they may find in the tome, Abraham promised to Rosani, and an incredibly based lottery suggestion by Flint. Gorn turned from the group and asked the collective's first question independently from the rest of them. Where is Norbit? While Abraham could not provide an exact location, he revealed that Norbit had been much closer than the group may have expected, and that perhaps he only intended on getting as close as he was comfortable, but that he would remain close, and had been for some time. Gorn pressed further, and Abraham revealed that Norbit had been trailing the collective for some time. This prompted Gorn to leave the farmhouse to destinations unknown as the rest of the group continued their discussion on what the second question would be, eventually deciding that the information regarding the ex-Tempest that they were hoping to identify and seek out would be the most valuable. After some discussion and presentation of all the information that the group had to Abraham, they asked the following question. What can we use to lure him out and set a trap for him? Abraham revealed that while the man in question was indeed fueled by Senseila's power, he was not necessarily commanded by it. In fact, Malmsteen was nothing but a tool being used by another who had learned to manipulate Senseila's powers in a way unexpected. It seemed obvious to Abraham that if Malmsteen had only chosen to reveal himself to Gorn, then perhaps the best laid bait may very well be Gorn himself. With this, Abraham and the collective exchanged their farewells, with Abraham disappearing from the farmhouse, and DeLorean and Rosani both taking efforts to notify Gorn of what they had learned from Abraham's second answer. And those were the events of session 73. Today is session, and that last session, if you care, was on the 2nd of this month, 2023. Today, session 74, Black Threaded Wind on 4/23/2023. Are there any questions, comments, concerns, or otherwise before we begin? Okay. Well, hearing none, I do have one more thing to read for you before we actually start. You guys are all, save for Gorn, inside of Robert the Farmer's farmhouse.
I thought I had left to go find Gorn.
Rosani, you have also left to pursue Gorn. That is correct. But all of you, after your harrowing encounter and Abraham's ominous projection of the past, you all feel yourselves steady once again in your own time, ready to take on what may come next together. What's more, you feel experienced. Though you have no memory of it, it's as if you've just spent an entire year training, honing your skills and deepening your knowledge of the arcane and the divine. Perhaps this was an undisclosed part of the deal, or maybe one last gift from Abraham, who believed that this time was better spent now rather than later. But regardless of the reason, the time has been spent. And so, in leveling up early from Abraham's interference, you have all aged 1 full year.
Huh?
Fuck.
That's cool, okay.
I'll never financially recover from this.
Yeah, you
Shit.
can add
Where
1
the
year
fuck is my
to
age?
your life.
Oh,
I'm
here it
already
is.
so old.
Oh, damn. Roscoe's gonna have to start making old age saving throws.
Roll for Alzheimer's.
Not yet.
Is that
Girls.
is
Jesus.
that truck honking noise part of the rain sound effect?
I think so.
What did I say about the cars, guys?
There's cars?
Yeah, cars are
Yeah,
real.
there's cars.
Yeah.
That rain doesn't need to be playing anymore.
It's not raining anymore.
How old is everybody?
24.
23.
Don't worry about it.
Tell us,
Whoa.
Roscoe.
Don't worry about it. You don't need to know.
Is that
You
important to
read the
your
wiki?
character development?
He's as young and spry as ever.
Is he 69?
Garn is 29.
He's not that old.
Okay.
How old is his Keveril?
83.
Old man.
Old.
No, young man.
Well, hold on.
Not
isn't-
for an elf.
For an elf.
He's a half elf. It's fine.
He's a young adult.
Right.
He's not a half elf.
What are you talking about?
He's totally a half elf.
He's a half
He's
elf.
adult.
So, oh my god, this headset is.
Roscoe's like-
Mosquito.
Easily a couple hundred years old, right?
Roscoe.
I don't know how long. I don't know how
No.
long halflings live for.
Halflings
Actually.
live-
We
Wait.
dropped the lifespan on them
Wait.
considerably.
Yeah.
They're like same as humans.
Oh,
Oh, Siggins, you didn't put
Oh.
his age in? That's
What do you mean I didn't put his age in?
On the
In
wiki.
Oh.
Yeah.
that's
Dang.
tragic.
68. is
Although
insane.
I did just oh my
It's
god,
literally
this image.
available
It's on the tabletop sheet.
It's on the tabletop sheet.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's 51.
Damn.
Oh.
211. But he says 3 foot.
All right. Anyways, Rosani and Gorn. Let's start with you, Gorn. Gorn, you have exited the farmhouse a little bit before the rest of the group. Where exactly are you headed to?
That's a great question. I would just like to. Garn would want to find someplace quiet.
Okay.
He just wants to be by himself, I think. No specific goal in mind at the current moment.
I just butchered the spelling of quiet in my notes, and you'll never see how I spelled it. Yeah, Gorn.
Quiet.
Queit.
Quit.
Queen.
It's
Quit.
Yeah, Gorn, you take you step out of the farmhouse and go northbound towards the road. Eventually, you just kind of find yourself in a corner near one of the large fields of barley, and sit yourself on the fence away from other people. Gorn, as you walk out, though, I do have you notice the environment around you. You see that dark clouds and whipping winds have fallen upon the city of Magnolia as if nature itself knows what today's search may bring. Oh, I've gone blurry. It's clear that the elves have taken heed of her warning, as you can see from the foot of the hill that they have stationed several bowmen atop the fort's crumbling ramparts. And meanwhile, bands of human soldiers, some clad in old weathered armor familiar with troubled times, march from the encampment immediately to the south of the farmhouse, with some heading eastward to the city and others northbound right past where you sit with torches, parchment, and spears. You sense that while news of some unknown danger to the north has not yet been publicly announced to the city, the movement of Lord Brolin's troops have made many uneasy. And you can see the flickering of prayer candles from the windows of some nearby farmhouses. But you, noticing all this, you take a seat near an old, shoddy fence outside of a barley field, very likely Robert's own field. Anything in particular you're doing, or just taking a moment to be away?
How in tight formation are these soldiers walking by me? Like, are they like rigid, like going off to battle right now, or are they just like kind of walking all?
They move with some purpose.
Would any of them recognize me?
At this point, you have all been made very familiar at the camp with your arrival, your ascent up the hill, and your involvement with the negotiations with the elves. So, yeah, most of these soldiers would at least maybe not know your name, but they have seen just about every one of the party and would recognize you, yes. You all stand out fairly well, too.
Okay. And then no, not anything particular. Gorn will just like sit on the fence and he'll give a wave to them. He just hold up his hand a little bit,
Okay.
and then just kind of sulk a little bit, I guess.
Yeah. One of them gives you a terse nod before they continue northbound up the dirt road. One of them kind of is a gust of wind blows, and one of the younger looking soldiers is caught off guard and steps out of formation for a moment before he steps back in, while some of the older soldiers are not so shaken by the wind.
Okay. That's all I really got.
Okay. DeLorean, I know you were going to use sending to message Gorn. What is it that you're going to say? You have 25 words.
Oh shit! I did not plan this out. I'm just gonna say, hey Gorn. So I'll count. All right. Malmsteen is looking for you specifically. We would like you to come back to the house. I got 6 more. Soon would be preferred. See ya. There you go.
Nice.
Should have ended with "love you."
And that's what I was thinking.
You could have said it at any time.
You could have said,
No, I didn't
"Please
want. I didn't want to.
Please respond.
I didn't want to interrupt.
The
your flow.
Semitic component for sending is actually doing this.
Okay. Do I receive this message?
You do.
And you could respond.
Well, let me
Mentally,
roll
if you wish.
5% since you're on a separate
No.
plane.
What? Huh? I'm sorry.
The ghost
Repeat that.
dimension.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you received that message, Gorn.
What would Gorn like to say back?
You have 25 words to send back. You don't have to use them all if you don't want to.
I'll send nothing, and I'm just going to. I'm going to use jump to jump onto the roof once I'm close enough to the house.
Okay.
What a
Your
what a
words
reasonable
also do that.
reaction.
I'm just gonna like bound through the fucking fields to get back quickly.
Okay. Yeah, you do so, and Rosani, you kind of step out of the farmhouse and turn to look to see where Gorn is, immediately watching. Boom!
Boom. Boom. Boom.
He's not a bouncy ball. Fuck. Boing, boing.
That's
So he's
what he
just-
does, though.
You're just on the roof?
Where's his
I
fiddle?
misjudged my jump and landed up there, I guess.
Do you want to come down and inside? Or.
Yeah, hold on. I shimmy my way off the roof.
You can do so safely, yeah. It's not a farm.
Okay.
It's a one-story farmhouse.
Oh, I just hop off the top.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
okay.
land.
Roscoe's
Create a
gonna
crater
run
in the earth.
outside. Say,
All
what the
right.
hell was that bang? What's going on? Are we under attack?
No, Gordon.
That was me.
Gordon just jumped.
Kind of look at my
Oh.
feet.
Rosani, you see all of the same stuff that I described to Gorn when he left. Something additional for you. you recognize that during your studies, yesterday for the last like 8 hours, that the movement of acolytes from King Ashen's cathedral has likely contributed to the unease that you sense of passerby.
Yeah. Okay.
But Gorn, you descend from the roof and enter into the farmhouse. And soon you have all returned to the farmhouse. The wind occasionally whips and shakes the loose panels inside of the window. The wood creaks and croaks, but at the very least it's 4 walls and a ceiling above you.
So, what's our plan?
So this guy is he wants me specifically.
We catch Gorn up on the last question.
Yeah.
Yes.
And one part I'd like to highlight about that, actually, that we kind of glossed over the last time. He said that Malmsteen was a tool being used by somebody else.
You know, I did note. I did pick up on that as well, and I'm not entirely sure if he means good old C is controlling him, or that is another like living person controlling.
No, it wasn't. It was another living person using Senseila's power in ways unintended.
Call them a she.
I don't think he gave a gender.
I thought I'd remembered a she, but yeah.
I don't, and I
was no
watched the
gender.
summary.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if we could use that information in any way, but I would like to highlight it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why don't we just all go out in the forest and wait there for him to come, and we kick his ass?
Well, I think we get more creative than that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We need to set a trap for this guy.
Because you said the last time you saw him, he disintegrated your arm.
Yeah, could you give us a rundown on this guy's capabilities so we may best prepare? Just straight based on memory.
Hold on.
Okay, yeah, take a seat. Here, I got you some water.
Yeah, I sit down. Yeah, I lost my arm almost instantly. I felt like he could have killed me in one shot, to be quite honest. And from range too, it was brutal magic.
Okay.
Okay. That's scary.
Other spells of note?
All right, let me just crack out my spell book, Badger.
I mean, describe them.
I don't know, he was throwing around like laser beams, man. Like fire and
Okay,
Stuff,
fire's
like, I don't
fire's
know,
great. No, fire's great. A lot of fire.
Okay. It sounds like just your typical wizard,
typical
which makes
elemental
sense
bullshit.
because he was a wizard hired by the human kingdom to fight in the Orc War. So
Okay, so
well, he's
It also
I
sounds
don't
like
think
not
he's
a
a
good
wizard. I
idea
think he's
to
a
just use
sorcerer,
your
but
bait.
well, it's all
they're
semantics.
practically the same thing.
oh, there's a distinct difference, I think.
Is there?
Listen, I understand that wizard might not be the preferred nomenclature, but we just gotta move on for right
Yeah.
now. Okay, did he do like
Tell
mind
that to a
control or
sorcerer, I mean.
anything like that?
Mind control? I don't remember.
Don't remember, so maybe.
I mean, it's very well possible. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he messed with your mind enough to where, like, you were only able to remember it, and we weren't.
I don't think
Like-
that's. I think it's more like it was all a dream type of
talk
thing.
to me about
Or
Yeah.
like,
So-
defensive capabilities. Was this guy well armored?
he could like teleport. I think.
Oh,
Teleportation?
okay.
Yeah, it kind
That
of makes it
com-
hard for me to hit him with
That
my hammer.
complicates
But
things. That does complicate things.
Mm-hmm.
has Kevril summoned the snake since that fight?
I don't think so.
You've summoned lizards before, Kev, but
Lizards, elementals, maybe wolves once. I become an eagle or a bloodhawk or whatever those things are called.
Bears.
All
right,
I
Bears
become a
are
bear.
wings.
Bears.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I turn to Kevril. I'm like, hey, you like make animals out of like thin air, pretty much, right? That's like your whole thing. It could turn into them too. I'm sorry. I know it might be a little insensitive.
I suppose.
Well, when that happened, you summoned like a really big snake. I think. I don't think anyone else has ever seen you done that. Can you do that?
Well, we know he could summon
I-
a lot of big shit.
Kevril?
Theoretically, I could do that.
All right. Well,
Did it help?
that's a
The big
plus. I mean,
snake?
yeah, it was yeah, I mean, yes.
I suppose what is the advantage?
remember correctly.
What is the advantage on choosing snakes over, like, say,
A
bears,
bear.
which have been thematically very
It was large. It was
effective.
larger than a bear in that moment. I
The-
think.
what?
The snake
that's a really big
could be giant-sized and constrictor in species, so it could hold a person for an indefinite amount of time, and/or cut off the oxygen to their brain and potentially kill them.
Okay.
But does that help us if you teleport?
So we.
That's
well,
exactly
we
what
just-
I was gonna say.
Mm,
Because could he just teleport out of there?
I'm still stuck on using Gorn as actual physical bait. That sounds
Let's
like
not
not
do
a
Okay,
good
so
idea.
let's.
I know, but
well,
what else do we have? Like
He's
nothing.
the thing that's going to draw him in, and ultimately, at the end
I-
of the day, if Gorn is going to be effective, he needs to be close.
Yeah.
So I
and
think,
You're not going to tie me up, are you?
and we're
No.
not going to tie you up. Really doesn't
Okay.
make sense for us
Unless
to
you
do that.
consent to that.
I'm okay,
I'm
but
still
thank
not going to
you.
do that, even if he does. Honestly,
But no, I've never done this before. I want to see if I can make it work. If so, it may solve the bait problem.
Mhm.
Give me like 5 minutes, and I'm gonna run over to the door. I'm going to step outside, and I'm gonna fuss around a bit before coming back in and closing the door.
okay.
so something
Uh,
I was considering doing, I guess. Well, I'm going to do a short
Hold
thing. Okay, good.
I need Rosani.
Mhm.
I need you to go over and just open the front door.
Okay. I go over and open the front door.
Once the door opens,
There's a bucket of water on top.
no, a what looks like Gorn falls screaming from the balcony, like horizontal, arms flailing, oh, and then it hits the doormat.
Okay,
Okay,
concerning.
Can I
So-
go over and like poke the Gorn? That just
Roscoe, I'm
fell?
assuming you're using program delusion.
I am.
Okay.
Oh.
So
Um,
as
Yeah, Rosani, you can go and poke the Gorn. I need you to roll an investigation check. Roscoe, what's your spell save?
you don't have to make the spell save, I believe.
Yes, you do for the check.
Okay. Oh yeah, 16.
16.
Investigation
Yes.
11.
It's actually Gorn.
It is
I
I
another
look between the
Gorn.
two Gorns.
Rosani, it seems to you that this is indeed Gorn, who has just fallen off of the roof, but then turning around, you see, of course, that Gorn is there as well.
I mean, that seems pretty ironclad.
You know, and if I can't tell the difference,
Is that me?
is it you? Are
I
you
thought-
this?
I didn't expect that to work that well.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go over and investigate it myself.
You don't have to
'Cause I-
investigate it yourself. You know it's not real.
Okay.
No, I don't believe
It's
that it's not
confirmed.
real. After Rosani's like, it's real. I'm like, did I actually make another Gorn? So I'm gonna go over to see if I actually did make another Gorn.
Roscoe, can
Rosani
you
just got
clone
fooled.
people?
I didn't think so.
Can you
That's-
make
that
another
wasn't my
living
intent.
Gorn?
Well, this Gorn's still on the ground, like groaning.
Don't make me
It's like,
use my 6th level spell just to true see if this is an illusion. Oh.
All right. No, it's not a real Gorn. It's an illusion.
But I can like poke him. My hand isn't phasing through. You know?
Look closer. Look for the Gornish details.
I look for the Gornish details.
The fine details that make Gorn.
I go up to its face and wait for it to scream at me.
It just
Yeah,
continues
this
kind
isn't
of like
Gorn.
writhing and groaning.
Uh,
All right.
So, okay.
I'm gonna dispel the fake Gorn.
How... So you were able to make it fall. How, like, long can you keep it up?
I can't say for sure. That was just a
Mhm.
test to make sure I could actually make this work. I could go for probably a few minutes if we want like a longer thing. Like if you want like something like Gorn walking through the woods for a few minutes, I could potentially do that. I don't know if I'll be able to soon. That took a lot of effort,
Yeah.
but
But that is pretty good for, you know,
I don't like it, but it makes sense.
better than having you physically be the bait.
yeah, I'd rather fake Gorn get blasted by lasers than real Gorn.
True.
Alright, we need to
So-
like go somewhere, do something.
Here's
We've
Is
my...
this environment not productive for
He-
planning?
I mean, we have shit to do, don't we?
What shit do we have to do? Literally,
I
the
think
only
we're
thing that
planning
we're...
it.
Yeah, the only thing that we need to do is find Malmsteen.
Let's do it.
We're figuring out how to
The
find
planning stage.
Malmsteen right now without killing you.
We know that you're
As
the
in your
bait.
plans. Why can't we just like fly with the seat of our pants? They wouldn't have that aphorism, would they? This is a medieval society.
Dude,
Were
they don't have
were we
pants?
flying by the seat of our pants when you lost your arm in the dream?
Yeah, what were the circumstances regarding that engagement? Did we have the upper
we just
hand?
got ambushed.
We got ambushed.
we
we're trying to
ambushed, so we were
avoid
flying. Yeah.
He was
The
under
pants-
a rock. You
the
remember I
pants
tried to have you dig
were
under it, and
a
all made
seat.
you look stupid.
Okay. So I like the illusion idea. We have to have a plan B in case he's able to see through the illusion. Okay.
I think the illusion will help him. Will get him at least close.
I guess
At least
plan
that's what I
B
hope.
would be Gorn himself, right? How many more Gorns can we... I could look like Gorn. I don't want to be the target of any of that, though.
Mm.
Do we
I
I would
really
die
think
immediately.
Whatever spell would almost kill Gorn would kill you.
Oh, but I can make an illusion of myself.
An illusion of
Can you make an
yourself
illusion
as
of
Gorn?
yourself as Yeah.
Yes, if I am Gorn physically also.
do we really think that a wizard of this caliber wouldn't be able to see through a minor illusion?
My illusion is not minor. If I use
But neither
the
is he.
duplicate,
According to Gorn, he can teleport potentially miles away from us, kill us with
Instantly.
a snap of his fingers.
Mhm.
And you think that creating a dummy is going to trick him?
So what's
I-
gonna stop
What's
him
the-
from
what's the
instantly
solution
killing
then?
Gorn as soon as he sees him then?
we
What
want
if
the
we
illusion to
trapped
be
him?
the thing that's instantly killed.
I don't think that baiting Gorn is going to end with
I think I'd
anything
probably die, to be
positive.
honest.
Probably is not the correct word for this. You would die.
Yeah.
So, are what we want to do is just bait him out, right?
Could we also take like soldiers with us? Right? That's not out of the question.
I'm
We don't
sure
have
that
to do
that
this
would
as a
be.
group alone.
I'm sure we could figure out an arrangement for that.
I
If we
feel
know how to
like
draw
many
him
of
some-
them may not survive if we do that.
Yeah, but I mean, we got to stack the odds in our favor no matter what. I mean, if we just go in alone versus having a couple boys to help us out.
Gorn,
Sorry, what?
when you envisioned this wizard, how many of his, or potentially any of his men, if he had any, were there?
A good handful, you know.
But
Like
would he
that
have
also
him?
spell
like an army
Dude
or
had a
anything,
handful
like
of men.
like as many as 10, I think, maybe.
Were they all
But-
spellcasters?
No, they were
But
not. I
here's
think they
the
were just
thing: he's been
hooligans.
on the run for weeks. No, we've been here a week,
I
right?
heard about it a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Is when
Yeah.
this stuff first happened.
So it's kind of difficult to hide when you have an entire group. One person, yeah, they could hide from anybody if they had enough experience. But if you have that many people, there's no way that he hasn't been seen, like in the forest.
Mm,
You know?
I am highly skilled at detecting stealthing people, so it must have been a dream if they were able to sneak past me, you know?
Of course.
well,
Okay. What if we have the real Gorn go and be bait? The rest of us will be hidden somewhere in the forest. I can be close enough that if we need to, I will cast a spell that will shield Gorn from anything. It'll be like a giant hamster ball.
I could also teleport Gorn.
what
too.
a what? A hamster? What is a hamster?
It's a small rodent that some people in the forest
Ooh,
keep as pets.
Kill it.
Oh,
No, it's kind of cute actually. That's not
What?
the main point. We have them like
can I have
for
one when it's all said and done?
a hamster?
Yeah, after we're done with this.
Yeah, we could try to see if we can get you a hamster.
How do they do
Several
with
could probably hook you
disease?
up.
Awesome. All right.
Hamsters?
Yeah.
They're just an animal.
Okay.
Anyway,
We have not made any forward progress.
You
We've
guys
not.
never really do.
Okay. Maybe we
about
sleep
Brett?
on it.
We're spinning our wheels right here, guys.
I will say, out of character, a disintegrate spell targeting the Odaluk's resilient sphere destroys it without harming anything inside it. So
Solid.
he would have to waste at least one use of disintegrate.
It
To get
doesn't
Gorn.
take many.
That's true.
Yeah.
But
Or
I
takes
mean,
Yeah.
you have the last time it hit you, it did take your entire arm off, but you didn't die.
Was he?
Yeah.
Was he
Die because it wasn't real. It took his arm
I mean,
off
I think it
because
was.
he
It was.
imagined
I mean, it hurt. It was
it
all.
was a. It was a little.
It was
real.
real.
painful or not, you're still standing. Were we in the real scenario, you will not walk away. You guys are underestimating the strength and power that this wizard possesses. Setting a fish hook and bait, so to speak, for a member of our group, only to inevitably see him get vaporized, is not something I'm on board with.
Okay,
Then
well,
how
what's
do
your
we
solution
achieve
then,
this?
boss? Because we did the illusion idea, and you were like, "Oh, you think he's going to believe in illusions?" So we're like, "Oh, we'll do it with the real guy," and then I was like, "Oh, you're going to do it with the real guy,
I didn't.
Mr. High and
presume that-
Mighty."
We need to think of how he might be trying us, because I feel like he might see an illusion, sure, but So what I'm thinking is we need to figure out how he's tracking us, and that's how we're going to get him to like actually come.
What
Like,
if
do we
it's
think he has
Norbit?
like? Do we
Because
think
they
he's
both
using
work.
Norbit as like a spy, or like he's
Yeah.
been.
Because,
Yeah.
I mean, we know that Norbit has been tracking us, right?
Yeah.
You're right.
So, what if it's not Malmsteen that's by us, but it's Norbit?
Do you think maybe they're working together?
Mm,
They,
I don't think
they
so.
might. I mean, they both work under the same goddess, so
Yeah,
It's
but
not-
they both kind of seem, you know, crazy. Like uncooperatively crazy.
I don't know. I'm just throwing out ideas.
We don't suspect that Norbit is the one that's using Sincela's power in unintended ways that he referred to, right? Because I think he's using it in probably the very intended ways.
Wait, what do you mean?
So, like, he said when we asked about Malmsteen is a tool being used by somebody else is using Sincela's power in ways that were unintended, presumably unintended by Sincela, so
Mm-hmm.
Norbit is doing what he's supposed to do. I think.
Mm.
I don't know.
I think this person might just be someone we don't know yet.
Possible.
Well, regardless, thank you, Kevril, for speaking on my behalf. I think I'd have to agree with you. I don't want to be bait. I don't want to be just out in like a rock somewhere, waiting for this guy to show up. He nearly killed me last time, so. And that was with all of you fighting at full strength as well.
How programmed can this illusion be?
What do you mean?
Like, could it possibly go like fake fighting him for multiple rounds in a row, or is this like he's gonna hopefully blow his strongest spell and then we're going?
So what I was kind of thinking, if we don't end up using the programmed illusion for bait, we can certainly use it to charge him, or have Illusion Gorn just like charge at him with an attack, catch him off guard, and give us some sort of advantage at least early on in the. Maybe you'll
Sure.
see fake Gorn running in with the maul, try to blast him. Oh, it's an illusion. Nice try, dumb shit. You wasted a spell. But I don't think like I could have him fight for a long time. Maybe he'll in the chaos he won't know which Gorn is real. But I can't
Gorn's
have it
just
like,
gonna.
like I can't like change what it's gonna do. Like I have to set
It's
what
preset.
the illusion's gonna do. So
I
unless I
see.
can predict exactly what's gonna happen, it's gonna be just fake Gorn just kind of punch in the air.
Can they be like shadow clones for real though?
I
We just have an
only-
army of me.
I wish. I think I can only make one. I can only make one
Orc
creature
style.
or object.
So
Shadow Gorn
I,
Jutsu.
I really wish I could do like 40 Gorns just run out of the woods
That'd
converging
be
on him. But
insane.
no, it's only one creature.
They're all just
All right.
screaming right down the hill.
So we're gonna use an illusion then. That's the goal.
I think using an
I-
illusion in some way will be
no.
useful.
I
We
think
don't
the-
know where he is.
I know that's the thing.
Well, I'll say
And
this.
Is
I-
he just gonna
I'll
come to
say-
us in Magnolia? He would
I
have
will
already.
I'll say this: if we're using you as bait, he's gonna come to you eventually. While we're waiting for him, wherever we decide to set up, I could have
Okay.
locate creature
Also,
cast,
also,
and
okay.
we could see him as he's approaching.
We are
So that way,
going.
if he teleports, we have like a heads up.
We are going off of the basis of a random, kind of strange man to forcibly give up Gorn.
I'm sorry,
As
we worked
bait.
really hard for those answers, so I hope that they're
Okay.
correct.
But literally, do you realize that his entire goal was just to have fun of watching us struggle to fight through that entire thing? What makes you think that he's not going to make this a struggle and even harder than it has to be for us?
So, what's your suggestion? That we ignore his suggestion to use Gorn in some way?
I'm not saying that Gorn stays out of this fight because I don't think any one of us could stop Gorn from a fight. But I'm just
No.
saying I think I'm agreeing that we should not use Gorn as bait, and I think he'd see right through a illusion.
Okay, so
I think-
what's the idea then?
I have an
I
idea.
don't know.
So
We
It's like we have an
we-
idea. It's like we have an
so
idea, and we
we
always
use-
go, "I don't think that's gonna work.
well, okay.
I don't know what we're gonna do instead."
we use Gorn as bait in that we just keep him with the
He's gonna be with the party no matter what.
exactly. Like I'm saying, we don't separate him out in order to make him bait. I think that
And
is
presumably-
suicide.
Presumably, he's tracking Gorn in some way, so he is going to find Gorn eventually.
Yeah.
We're not gonna like leave him out on a rock and like dangle the little carrot. That's a bad idea.
What we can do.
Hey, I throw my little dagger out like when we were on the boat quest, correct?
You did. You threw it into the ocean.
Yeah. Okay.
And Badger threw his out to the river somewhere outside of Veniano.
Jesus Christ, I don't like that he had that information ready at hand.
What we can
Fucking
do-
a
Oh,
specific,
no.
like specific fucking weapon drop off location, like fucking. evidence
Paradine
in
is
the
killed by
fucking cabinet.
fucking Sensela Godzilla.
Yeah,
Sinzilla,
Comes
yeah.
stomping over land.
She's more of a Mothra kind of
Yeah.
goddess, I think.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay, what we can do if we want to try to lure this guy out, we can go back to the clearing where you had your dream.
Hmm.
I mean, we were there.
Well,
You
we
were
were
there.
we were ambushed there though.
We were ambushed in the dream. We-
But then we were there like last week. Like only
Yeah.
a couple days ago.
Well,
We
that was,
came into town.
we
that
were,
was yeah.
but I
But
also
the question
think
is, all right, well, no, think about this. Like, he could have just killed me. Why not? Right? If we say this is an isolated experience where only I was there, and you guys weren't, like, why didn't he just end my life? Like, why?
Maybe
He
he doesn't
must
want
either
to.
be unable to, or
Maybe he doesn't want to kill you, but he wants to like wrap and warp your mind so much that you don't know what reality is anymore.
I when I was there, when I had passed out, died, I don't know, and my arm, I remember Bjorn being there,
Mm-hmm.
her presence as well.
Mm-hmm.
He saved me in that moment.
Bjorn did?
I believe so, if I don't recall. Brett, can I roll like an insight check or something like that on myself to recall those specific details in the void, or are those gone?
No, what you're recounting is correct to what you remember.
Okay.
Have you had contact with Bjorn since?
No. And I've tried. It didn't work. I don't know what happened. But he was there in physical form. But every time I've communed with him, he's taken a physical appearance. And I woke up on my horse. All said and done, I had my arm back. And
I have an idea. So, what I'm thinking is maybe we try to get you in contact with Bjorn again. But since you're having issues contacting him, maybe I'm trying to do like loops and what
look,
if I
you people are the like religious, especially you, Rosanna. You're like, can you just do like a seance or something, or some sort of
that's
like?
kind of what I wanted to try to do. like, I wanted to see if I could get Arabella's to help you contact Bjorn, but I don't know if that would even work. I mean, it's always worth a shot, right? There's an 11%
suppose.
chance that it could work.
Oh, what? Why is it only 11% chance?
Can I?
You'd like
Based
to use
on level?
divine intervention.
I would.
Okay. Divine intervention. Go ahead and pull out your percentile die for me.
The D100. Accursed.
Crazy, what?
So
Huge roll.
basically, I'm asking Arabella to interfere with our mortal realm.
Okay. Yeah, Rosani.
This is the plan instead of using an illusion. We're going to have God interfere on our
Roll
behalf.
these or throw them.
I'm rolling them. I don't really throw.
It's got to be an 11 or under.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't want to look.
2!
No.
It worked!
No.
Yes!
All right.
No.
Where'd it go? I didn't.
Holy
I-
shit.
The trackpad isn't letting me track.
My God.
Fuck 4,
Two.
praise 2.
Fuck 4, praise 2. Up for 2. Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
Surprised it worked.
You can't use it for a week
Wow.
now.
I can't use it for a week now.
What
A
happens?
whole week.
All right.
Dude, the divine interfere.
Rosani, you, let's see.
Do you want me to describe what I'm doing so you can...
No, you're good.
Okay.
Rosani, you, you implore your fellows to take a step back. And, what's your little divine intervention ritual look like? Go and describe it to us.
So I would probably have Gorn and I sit on the ground, facing each other. And I'll grab his hands, close my eyes, and just try to funnel my connection to Arabella into him so that that connection can reach him up towards the divine. And so he can use that to reconnect his own.
Okay. Gorn, you take a seat with Rosani. And the two of you sit and clasp hands together.
Should I not speak?
Do whatever you need to.
And I've got to go to the last
A,
quest
B,
entitled
C,
Divine
D.
Intervention.
E,
Don't say that.
F, G.
Rosani,
We're not singing the ABCs.
What?
Rosani,
It brings
you-
me comfort. I'm scared.
I'll be scared.
You take Gorn's hands, and the rest of you watch as Rosani begins to chant softly a few words and phrases in Celestial. You watch as a soft, heavenly glow begins to surround the two as the chanting grows and grows. And then, have you guys ever seen the ending of Avatar, The Last Airbender, where it's Aang and Ozai and they're both like...
Oh,
right from
man.
the- Yeah.
Such
You-
crazy good animation.
Rosani, you all watch as Rosani's, with her arms outstretched in Gorn's hands, her mouth and eyes open, and from them pour divine radiant light. And soon after, Gorn, as the wind is rippling and ripping through the farmhouse, the rest of you hold on to the walls as like it's like a tornado has been let loose inside of the farmhouse and the windows shatter. Gorn, you feel the same light overtake you, and the feeling of soft grass and light whistling of the wind are the first sensations that you experience as you slowly regain consciousness. You pick yourself up off of the ground and take inventory of your possessions before looking at the scenery around you. Immediately, you are awestruck as you see a gigantic building before you. A cathedral-like fortress made of stone bricks and ornamented with grand blue and gold tapestries, hundreds of times the size of King Ashen's cathedral in Magnolia. Truly a building that could not be crafted by the hands of mortals, but of gods. Its spires tower high above the puffy clouds, and as you gaze upon its majesty, your eyes slowly move downwards to the large wooden doors at the base of the structure. Two radiant beings, clad in silvery plate, stand guard at the door, each standing nearly 20 feet tall and wielding long halberds and kite shields. Despite their intimidating appearance, you do not feel threatened by their presence.
Holy shit. Is it just me? Is Rosani there? Or is it just Rosani and I'm not there? Am I misunderstanding?
You see a faint outline of Rosani in her seated position, ethereally sitting in the grass as the wind blows softly through her blonde hair. But looking at yourself, it appears you're the only one that's not ethereal.
Okay.
Have
All
fun.
right. Well, bye. And I turn around and walk to the massive cathedral. Is this the biggest thing I've ever seen?
By far. It's as big as a mountain.
But it's a building, clearly.
Yeah.
Wow. I walk along the path at a brisk pace. A little leisurely, I might add.
Yeah. You, you walk up to the grand double doors, and one of the great towering beings looks down upon you and speaks in a language that you do not recognize, but yet somehow you understand. You have come to consult with the matron of the ward.
Yes.
So be it. Enter. The doors open, and as they do, you finally receive a glimpse of the interior of this so-called ward. The main hall is even grander than you could have imagined, with a ceiling fathoms high and a proportionally large chamber wide. For as far as you can see in the dimly lit interior of this ward, there are the same grand beings that walk between lines of hundreds upon hundreds, if not thousands, of rows of medical cots, each occupied by men, women, and children of all races. The soft glow from these angelic creatures washing over those resting silently inside the safety of the fortress. As you gaze upon this splendor, you freeze as you hear a soft yet powerful voice emanate from above you. Hello, Gorn.
Hello?
Quickly looking up to identify the speaker, you bear witness to a being of profound beauty, the likes of which you have never seen. Standing before you, even taller than the angelic beings that you've seen inside the ward thus far, is a woman donned fully in ornate silvery plate armor, a grand golden crest etched upon its breast. Long locks of blonde hair flow like a river of gold over the rigid shoulder plates of her armor, framing a kind and softly smiling but somewhat sad face. Although she would appear middle-aged by a human standard, she has a certain youthful qualities that give her a sense of, let's say, timelessness. And the only true indication of her age is her soft golden eyes, whose depths reveal the wisdom of eons past. You watch as the angelic beings around you quickly kneel down and bow their heads towards this being as they notice her arrival. And you watch as a large, open, gauntleted palm places itself upon the ground before you. And she gestures for you to step onto it.
I do so. Very entranced by this whole scenario.
Great. Since I think it's very clear at this point who this is, Arabella takes her hand and brings her up to your face. And it's very much like this is the size difference.
Damn. She's massive.
If this is Gorn and I am Arabella.
We love tall mommies.
That's probably accurate. Well, she's a goddess, man. Very literally. It seems my dear rose has blossomed once more. But this, I admit, is quite a surprise. Her words wash over you. I have been watching over all of you for some time now. I see the path that leads before you, and it is one of troubled times that you cannot imagine. What is it that you seek here, Gorn? The words echo your name, Gorn, 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 through the endless halls of the ward.
You have spoken to me before, on one occasion. Or rather, I to you.
Somewhat accidentally, yes.
I apologize for that. Before I ask my question.
It is of no concern to me. Please, if it is within my power and knowledge to answer it, I shall. On behalf of my dear daughter, Rosani.
Well, I can no longer contact Bjorn. And, well, I would like to. I don't know if you know where to find him, but it would be quite helpful if you did.
Her eyes soften or furrow for a moment before they soften once more. Locating a god is quite a challenging task indeed. No, it is much easier instead to be located as one of your ilk. I have seen glimpses of your visions of Bjorn, of what he has told you, what he has bid you to do. To destroy that which pursues you. This mage, Malmsteen. By celestial law, well, perhaps celestial law truly is the best way to explain the concept to a mortal. I am forbidden to directly interfere with the affairs of my brothers and sisters. But I am not restricted in my advice. I grant you a warning, Gorn. What you have seen thus far is not what you believe it to be. Who you believe to be Bjorn is nothing but a trick, a falsehood, an illusion. Wool pulled over your eyes. Another one of her tricks to obscure the truth and turn the tide back in her favor once more. Truth be told, you have never met Bjorn, for he has never been there. Any power you believe to be granted by him is false.
Gorn's just silent for a second. You swear to be true?
I have no reason to lie.
What's stopping you of being another trick of hers?
She nods for a moment, understanding your trepidation at this. Gorn, your spirit is in a domain that very few have ever seen or ever will. I will reveal to you for but a moment the true splendor of this place. Any longer than an instant, and your very being could be cast into oblivion, torn infinitesimally into pieces. You will know it to be true after this.
Hit me.
She puts her finger, bam, on your head. And Gorn, you are filled with a the radiant experience that only a deity could provide. An unfettered joy, impossible to describe by any words that I or anyone who has ever played this game could come up with. Its magnitude is unmatched. Its splendor is... You feel the very... the joy of all the universe in your being for but an instant before she releases her finger from you. Gorn, you are certain that this is indeed truth. DM promise.
Okay. Wow. Shit. Oh, I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't swear. That was really a lot. Fuck. Sorry. So I've been living a lie for the better part of a few months. Well, it's all right. I can deal with that. But where do I, Your Highness, go from here? I'm just a man with a hammer at the end of the day.
You are much more than just a man with a hammer, Gorn. All of those who surround your body in the material plane are special in their own way, and they are all vital in what may come next. I cannot tell you what will happen, certainly. I can only tell you this. Trust in yourself and that of your fellows. And know that Sensela at every turn seeks to deceive you and all those you know, even those who believe that they are above her influence. They are all susceptible, including you, as you have seen. Keep this in mind.
All right. Well, thank you. Sincerely.
It is my pleasure. Now, I believe we are out of time. Any longer spent here, and you may bring harm to your fellow outside of the ward.
I understand.
Please. She lowers you down next to an empty bed amongst the thousands of robes. Rest.
Wait. If I may ask a favor.
Go ahead.
I hop in bed. And I look up at her. Watch over them. For me, if I can't anymore. If I end up here again. But on my own terms, if you understand.
I will do what I can through my material aspect, Rosani. This
I close my eyes.
you. Okay. BAM! The fucking hole through the roof blows the whole sucker out as Rosani and Gorn, you are back in your own bodies and minds upon the material plane. Robert's farmhouse has been...
Oh no.
It is basically obliterated.
Oh no.
The walls,
Not
the
Ricky's
walls
cabin,
have-
man.
The walls all still stand, but the windows are blown out. The wood's all cracked and broken. There's marks all over the floor. The ceiling has a giant, like, hole in it. Everything's
Oh, man.
shattered everywhere. The rest of you have been watching this happen, and it's just been a real shit show. But finally, Gorn and Rosani appear to have returned from whatever it is the hell just happened.
Can I ask a question?
How much time
Was
has passed?
Was I just in like darkness? Was I just like unconscious? Like what was the experience like for me? Did it pass by in like the blink of an eye?
You just kind of spent some time suspended in a state of serene calm.
Cool. Okay.
Water
You know
breathing
what?
first form.
Yeah, you just
Okay.
bathed in the splendor of the ward.
Cool. I just felt it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or is it 11th form? I think it's 11th form.
What?
Eh?
Anyways.
Dead calm.
Yeah.
Mm.
You return, both of you, to the material plane. Well, your bodies were always there, but now your minds are back.
Wait. So how much time passed when they were doing this? Just about the same as when he was in there, or like?
Yeah,
16 hours.
couple minutes.
The longest light explosion you've ever seen.
It took a minute.
It was like a minute or two. Yeah, it wasn't very long.
So was there just a pillar of light being shown like through the ceiling into the sky for a minute?
No, it briefly, it kind of just blew open the ceiling. It didn't totally, like, go to
Oh,
the
okay.
heavens.
I'm sorry. Rosani, did you just say, hold on, we need to go talk to God real quick, and then just do it?
Yeah.
That was pretty incredible.
Awesome. Okay.
I don't think I can walk right now. I'm tired.
That's fine.
I'm gonna look around. Do you have any of the beds survived?
I mean, it's,
It's nighttime, right?
it is the next day. It's like it is the morning of Tuesday.
What an
May
alarm
29th.
clock. A holy fucking laser beam through the sky.
Oh shit! I gotta wake up at 8. Let me. God's just there. Ah! You know.
Hold on, let me set
Woke
my
up everybody in Magnolia at the same time.
let me
That
set
wasn't
my
already
Rosani
awake.
for tomorrow morning.
Yeah, but the alarm only ever works once a week, and it only works 10% of the time.
I mean, once I get to level 20, it automatically succeeds. So I just gotta level up a lot.
Yeah, well, yeah, get to level 20 first, then we'll talk, kid.
Okay,
Idiot.
okay, fair.
I know this has all been happening, but I need to get a snack, like in desperate order. So
Okay, get one.
Go get a snack.
can I take like 3 minutes to suss
Go
that
get
out?
a snack.
Okay.
I'm guessing Gorn would also need a snack after that experience.
I cannot believe that worked.
Well, I
That
wasn't
was incredible.
expecting.
What a
I wasn't
two.
expecting Gorn to find out that
Bjorn isn't
Sensei
real.
It's
was been
fake.
pretending to be Bjorn this whole time.
I
That's
when you
insane.
said that, my jaw legit dropped. That was I was not expecting it.
little
Big
peek
lore
behind-
drop, bro.
I was gonna say,
Huge
little
lore
peek
drop.
behind the curtain. That's been going on since the first time on the boat quest about 40 sessions ago.
My God.
I've been throwing some little hints in there every once in a while. I kind of
Holy
expected
shit.
it to reveal differently, but I did know reading your character sheet that you had divine intervention. So
I've had it since I was level 10.
Yeah,
I've never used it.
yeah. That was a possibility that something like that could happen. That's not necessarily always how it goes. Usually, it's just like a crazy high level cleric
Yeah,
spell.
yeah.
But in this case,
It was more roleplay than spell.
It was.
I can't believe
Love
you
it.
rolled a 2.
It's the same with like
Can't
wish.
believe I rolled
That
a
was
2.
incredible.
Got some new
Like
sheets
4
recently.
bless
Kinda cool.
2.
Look at these pillows. Check these out. I got new
What?
sheets. and stuff
Ooh.
recently.
I was gonna say, has that bed always been in the background? I feel like
No.
that whole bed is new.
No. So usually, I have
I'm
a
gonna throw
desk
pizza
now.
in the oven.
I have a
Oh,
Yeah.
desk now, and it's along the length of the wall. The monitors are parallel with the wall now, this way. They used to be this way, pointing back towards me,
Okay.
where the bed would have been to the right. And you
Okay,
wouldn't
so
see
it is the same room. Just
Yeah,
a
it's
different
the-
angle with the
It's my
bread.
bedroom still, but now it's a
Gotcha.
full desk instead of an IKEA table.
Gotta
Here,
love the IKEA
Show you where it was
tables.
before since I got it up here. Give me a sec. Black-throated winds. This is not what I expected. This session would be so fun. But that's This was my fucking desk before.
Oh, that's so big.
Oh my
There's so much space.
god.
Clearly, not very good.
You have
Not
much
very good
space
for computers.
For DMing
Oh.
on there.
Someone put a pizza on the oven. God, I can't believe it.
Oh god, I want like a frozen pizza right now.
Yo,
Dude,
is that
I
hint
have
of lime?
Tostitos next to me too.
Holy Christ. Mitchell
Here,
just
I have a-
messaged in
I have
the
a present
chat,
for
I
you
hope
all.
that was a session.
We're still in it.
God.
I got spicy shrimp chips.
Oh,
Dude,
fuck
I feel like
yeah.
a spicy shrimp right now.
Shrimps.
Aren't they? Shrimp chips are like
Shrimps.
they're so good.
There you go, Gordon. You met.
Right? You want some?
You met Arabella.
For real this time.
Congrats.
For real this time.
And it's not just you screaming to go into my
Alright, well,
mind
this
state
sucks. You know,
about
I knew she was
Bjorn.
gonna say that. I knew she was gonna say that.
That Bjorn
I had it
was
in my
the real-
bones.
Really?
As soon as I couldn't connect with him anymore, I was like, "Oh man, this has been a fucking sick joke, hasn't it?"
Yeah, buddy. It's been
Oh,
that way
no.
since like session 30. I'm sorry.
Even in the Dwarven Fortress, the underground city, where I saw him for the first time, it's been set up that deep. It's so tough.
Oh man, that face.
Is
Brett.
Bjorn even
got
a real
gamered.
god?
Yeah, Bjorn's
No.
real.
No. Go look at the fucking list on the wiki again. He's gone.
Now that would be something.
Oh my
That
god.
would
I
be
mean, you met-
insane.
You met Centurion Megalo Terrastillo, and he was like a paladin of Bjorn, sort of.
Dude, he's getting fooled all the
Bjorn
same. We
Singh,
need
if
to,
you
We're
will.
gonna have to fight his
contact
ass
him.
next.
Yeah,
It's
Megalo
him.
is just
Man.
gonna fucking ride up on his seahorse and
Megalo
show
big
up.
man.
You're gonna hear yelling one night. It's gonna be like well after the campaign's over, and you're gonna be like sleeping in the estate in Paradine, and you'll hear like, "Hi!" from below the cliff. You'll go out to look in the moonlight, and he's down there on a seahorse. Gone. You'll never guess what I found out recently. Bjorn is not real. I thought it was coincidence that your name and his were so similar. But I chalked it up to coincidence. I was wrong. I'm coming up. I'm climbing up. I brought olives. And,
Brought olives.
I've been riding for 6,000 leagues. And
Man's
You know.
fucking from the
Isn't
North
League
Pole.
something that came around with like submarines?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, you don't know these guys at all, Kevril.
No, I mean like mechanically speaking, I don't think a dude riding a seahorse would be quantifying his journey in League.
Oh,
Well,
but
he's
he
a Triton,
would.
dude. They live underwater.
I understand.
He lives in fucking Octopoctos, dude. Come on. You think they don't use leagues in Octopoctos?
What's the other boat term for distance? What was it? What is it called?
Knots.
Yeah.
speed.
No,
Knots.
knots is speed.
Nautical
Oh,
miles.
right.
Nautical miles.
Nautical mile.
Yeah.
All right, is everybody
I'm not a
back?
boat guy. I have no idea.
I'm back.
already. I'm a real boat guy after the boat quest. I learned so much
Oh
boat
my
terminology.
God.
Dude, I know so much about boats.
Did you know?
How many
You are
times
the
are you going to say
captain.
boats?
Boat,
Oh,
boats.
Jesus.
Boats. Arabella's dead, and you killed her.
Damn.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
If you roll a 1 on the percentile die, then you get to spend 1 round of combat as her, and then she's gone forever.
Oh,
So
shit.
you better, you've got a movement speed of fucking 10,000 feet. Better to use it well.
Where am I going? That's the question.
Away.
Oh, you better
Quick,
fucking.
quick,
Well,
quick,
you'd have a
quick.
What am
wisdom.
I
6 seconds.
fighting?
You'd have a wisdom score of 40. You'd figure it out.
Okay, Hannah doesn't have a wisdom score of 40.
Hey, well, I'd
That's what
help
roleplay
you.
is for.
Yeah, and
God,
and
I
Hannah
wish.
also can't fucking summon God or send Bulow to
Okay, fair.
God.
Fair.
So I help.
I could.
What?
If Hannah really wanted to send Bulow to God, I feel like she'd find a way.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Bulow, we're gonna have to.
Bulow,
we're
are
gonna
you
have to
muted,
put
homie?
you.
Am I gonna get
into-
murdered?
No, we're gonna.
Sent
we're
to
gonna
heaven?
put you-
You're gonna get gamered.
You're gonna be clinically dead for a few minutes, so you can
Gonna
figure
get
out how to
flambonied.
beat Malmsteen.
Oh my God.
We've got
Okay.
reanimate. We've got reanimate. It's okay.
Not
I
in real
doesn't
life.
last
I'm
more
talking
than
in
like a
real.
month.
I'm talking in real life. We're
I
gonna make-
I may or may not have reanimate in real life.
Huh?
We're gonna
What?
put Bulow in a medical coma.
Please don't.
Oh my God.
Instead, I'm gonna eat some pico de gallo.
Brett just like sinks out of frame and then rises behind Bulow's couch.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
between the wall and the couch.
Yeah.
Flat Stanley ass.
No, the fucking spot in the corner
Oh.
behind the arm.
No, the fucking
Bro,
there's
I don't
gonna
know
be
if
a
Brett
door
can
that
compress
opens
himself
up
into
on
that
the wall.
space.
He could.
Yeah,
If
just
he's able to teleport from his house and rise up from yours, I don't think it really matters.
That's true. And you know what
Doesn't
else?
it?
Cause you know what else? If Beulah tried to fool me with a fucking illusion, it probably wouldn't work either.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
okay.
Which is why we're not doing the illusion
All
anymore.
right, is everybody?
It's a
I don't
fucking
know, it
stupid
could work.
idea.
You just-
I'm gonna
just
mute
roll
myself so I can
for it,
eat pico de
guys.
gallo for a second. I need to.
What's
Okay,
the saving throw? What's the saving throw on the illusion?
It is an
to see it?
intelligence saving throw.
It is
Let's
intelligence.
just assume that I tell
a
everybody
sorcerer.
what I saw.
16.
Okay.
Okay.
How could you describe that?
If right.
With
So-
words. I don't know.
All right, eat your pico
Like-
de gallo.
Yeah.
Let's take a couple minutes here.
Pico of the de Gallo.
Mhm.
Okay, well, fuck.
This.
Brett's gonna hold that position for 5 minutes straight.
Me?
Yes.
So
No, the other Brett.
there's another Brett.
No, that was a joke, Hannah. Thank you.
He's behind you.
Yeah, one writes the games.
Thanks
and
for
another one runs them.
clarifying.
Yeah, turn on your camera.
I don't have my
Oh.
camera set up. It's on
I
my
don't know, man.
desk.
That profile picture is pretty damn cute.
Oh, thank you.
It's like another new character.
Elf girl.
It's the
It's me.
same one.
It's me.
It's an elf girl.
That's Kevrel's wife.
That's me.
Oh my God,
I'm
Lord.
Kevrel's wife.
Dude,
Brett
Lord.
is Kevrel's wife.
Truth. Truth. She is named that.
Hi, George. What's up, buddy?
Don't laugh, Beal. It's not even funny, bro. Don't laugh at anything I say.
Dude, idiot.
All right. You're gonna meet Arabella and then just
Drinking water.
pico de gallo like that.
Dude.
I would probably, if I met God, I'd
Bruh.
probably go to the like Trader Joe's and get some pico de gallo. Yeah.
He's just in her hand.
Some of the mango
He just got like a
salsa,
fucking.
you know?
Oh,
You guys
yeah.
like that shit?
No, I don't like mangoes.
Well,
Ooh,
I
L.
do.
Nice.
Love you. Love you, hon.
Cool, man. That's pretty sick.
I'll kill you.
Talk to me.
You
ready?
talk to us.
I
Yeah,
guess. I don't know. I'm gonna keep muting myself and eating a single chip, but
That's fine.
You can just eat, man. Gorn has probably been given
Gorn?
a snack.
Gorn is just eating.
Otis,
Gorn is snacking.
Gorn, as soon as
it's almost like he just donated blood.
as soon as you guys return, you see Otis has procured some of his rations, which he doesn't need, and Gorn, he comes up to you. I don't know what just happened, but from what I understand, it would probably make you hungry. Here you go.
I just love the dichotomy
Thanks.
of how Brett plays Otis versus how Mitchell plays Otis.
I try to play it kind of like him.
I think you do
It's not an unhinged
a better
enough.
automaton job.
Yeah, well.
No offense.
Anyways, yeah, Gorn, you're given the food by Otis, and
So,
yeah.
I was there, right? It's really fucking cool. This is really
The-
good, by the way.
The
I didn't make it.
big like
But I
temple
found it.
hospital thing.
Yeah,
the
the
big one?
ward.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, one thing I didn't know, she was really big.
She is a goddess.
Oh, like, she had him in her hand. Damn,
Bro.
Yeah.
Out
a
of
bit
character,
showy.
I could just imagine fucking. You're just like, yeah, she was really big. Oh, by the way, Bjorn's not real. This is really good.
And he just fucking chip.
He just keeps going.
Damn, Rosani, why didn't you tell me that Arabella looked like that? Oh, by the way, my god's not real.
Yeah.
What did you put in this, Otis? This is really good.
But, yeah, man, I mean,
The guy-
jeez. Like, Pico di Gallo, I don't know what any of that means, but it must mean, damn, that's good.
All right. I relay the stuff I found out to the group.
Okay.
And like be like, just tell them essentially straight up that I've been living a lie since the boat quest, since Cool John.
Oh my god.
But what about that tattoo? Is it still there?
Yeah, do I pull off? Do I look? Do I check and it's not there anymore?
Do you still have ink?
It's nothing but a sad black splotch.
What?
Hmm.
Yeah.
She's been playing me all this time.
I slam my fucking ration into the table.
Say, while we're on the topic of unknown divine influence,
I pick it back up and I take a bite.
I had some weird, like, stone men approach me a little while ago.
What?
Oh yeah, this happened. Fuck. Oh, don't have that notebook anymore.
It's the Lord Drop session today.
Some stone men. They
Like-
wanted me to meet them at the mountain eventually.
Like literally men made out of stone.
They had that appearance.
Were they just gray?
Yeah.
Gorn, go ahead and roll.
Dude,
insight for me.
if Gorn's rolling something,
A
that's
what?
good for me.
Go ahead and roll insight for me.
Yeah, I
bro.
have information
Has
on it,
Gorn-
not in this
Has
notebook.
Gorn seen stone men before?
Could someone just roll me a dice? A die? The fuck?
Yeah, somebody
Try it.
roll for Binkus here.
Binkus? What are you rolling? Where is it? Where is it?
Larbin.
I get a +1.
Blasco.
Here, I got
Somebody,
one.
okay. Nine.
+1. 9.
Yeah, that's a 9.
Yeah, those are probably Goliaths that he's describing. Gorn, you know that these are like mountain,
They had faint-
like nomadic mountain folk. They're very
Yeah.
They had
mysterious.
faint
and
blue
spiritual.
lines.
Oh wait, I know what you're talking about. Those are they're called Goliaths. They're like a people. They live up in the mountains by the hot
Yeah, they-
springs and stuff.
They
But-
called themselves the witnesses of the universal truth.
What?
That's pretty raw, right?
Why did they want you to meet them in the mountains?
Do I know what that is too?
They said they would contact me. Yeah, it was Mount Ophis. That matters. Big mountain guy.
For those of you who want to go to the map,
Bap.
Mount Ophis is actually not in the Crimsons. Well, technically it's the same mountain range, but
It's the big
this
one.
peak here in red. It is in the kind of the center of the plains.
Hmm.
And from what all of you who at this point have been living in the plains for a few months now, if not many years, know that it's a big old mountain. You can really see it from a lot of places in the plains. The approach up there, the weather is crazy. Like it puts the Gale in Gale Plains, and at the foot of it, of like a grand mega like Niagara Falls size waterfall, you've got kind of the feeds into Lake Ophis, and that feeds kind of the river deltas that supply most of the southern area of like Edgemouth and the Duchy of Ordine with all of their good soil for farming. That's why they grow all this stuff down in that duchy, because of all the water from that lake and that mountain and the rivers.
Hell yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that's where they wanted me to meet him. They said they would contact me or find me eventually, and then I would go up there.
So, how long ago did you say this was?
Help me out here, Brett. This was immediately after we battled the tribe, right?
Yeah, it really was not very long ago. It was at most a couple. I think it was only a few weeks. Hey Cedric, are you gay? That's a quote I forgot about. Guess who said that one? 5 gold if you get it.
Norbit.
No, Rosani.
Wait, what?
No,
That's a Rosani quote?
That's a Rosani quote?
That would have been my
God.
last guess.
What the fuck was I talking about?
It was prior to us going to fight the Naravut people. Just prior.
Oh, why were we talking about you being gay though?
I don't know.
Cedric's
Maybe it was
fucking
during the like
sus.
ultimate wheel spin moment where we just decided on a plan for like 2.5 hours straight.
It could have been there.
That's today.
Yeah.
That's today.
Technically speaking, yeah.
So that's been a few sessions in the past. You know what? I gotta find that exact time. It's been less.
It's around
than 2
there.
months.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, less than 2 months ago.
Gotcha. So, but it was around that time frame, roughly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they were also just like in the house, so
In
you know.
our house.
Yeah, they just like walked in, I guess.
Huh.
Although none of the locks were messed with, so magical means for sure.
Oh my god, actually, I remember that happening. I remember those people showing up at our house. Okay.
Do you?
I have a vague. Rosani wasn't there, but I remember that happening.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
So I don't know. While we're,
Does
discovering
anybody
that
have
all of our gods are
anything
fake.
to say? Does
About
anybody have anything to say about Bjorn being not real?
Yeah, well that's kind of what I'm addressing. I'm like, hey, while we're on the topic of fake gods, I got this whole thing going on.
Why was that
so
on the topic of fake gods?
Just
I
let him
don't
cook.
know, it's
Let him
just-
cook.
Let me cook.
Let him cook.
your oven's
the
pretty good.
lords. Yeah. So I don't know. That's something we should probably look into since we're on the topic.
I don't think they're the same topic at all, but we can look into it later
Oh, so I don't have a problem, but Gorn does.
because
Gorn's problem
here we
is
go.
bigger.
you
Okay.
because you weren't like killed in your dream,
I'm just saying it's something we
I-
should look into.
and I agree. One thing at a time, please.
Okay. So what's the next step?
Okay, let's.
May 19th, 1001.
We did it
So that was
10 days ago.
10 days ago.
What?
Wasn't long ago at all.
Oh my god.
So
Okay.
hold on. So first of all, Gorn, are you like okay with this knowledge? Like,
Roscoe, I have to be.
okay, if we just have to get down to business, then I think we need to go back to when you lost your arm, when you had that interaction with Bjorn. Kind of look at it through this lens.
What did Bjorn do specifically?
Ooh, yeah.
Which we might have to ask Brett for that.
Yes.
Oh,
We do.
Haunting.
I gotcha. I could see in Peel's eyes.
What
He's
did
like, I
Bjorn
don't
say?
fucking remember.
I need to
wanna know
throw
what-
it.
Gorn, you need to remember what he did.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. One moment. Give me a second. There we go. Okay. Gorn, what Bjorn told you, she in her actual form toyed with you for some time, showing you a former master, a sorceress, and Norbit. And you kind of refuse to, like, you tried to refuse her influence, basically, and that's when Bjorn showed up with his fucking flaming axe and sword to fight back the darkness. And he grabbed you and he looked at you and he was like, Gorn, I gotta tell you something. I've got to tell you something important, lad. And what he told you specifically... Give me 1 second while I get me information.
Brett, remember how you said before the session started, you were just like, I love having everything up and ready so that if anybody asks, I don't have to go back and look at things.
Yeah, well, sometimes plans change. And you guys have
I'm
me
sorry.
look through. That's why I keep all these notes. So Bjorn arrived upon a fiery chariot, and he tried to persuade you that the fight against Malmsteen was never real. It was merely a ruse to fool you into believing that you would be too weak to fight one of her assassins. And he said to you that Malmsteen had been tricked into her service after a terrible defeat, and that he actually serves under a terrible wizard far in the bogs of the Fen. A bearded man in cosmic purple and wielder of a power known as the Black Flame. And
Okay.
Sensela wishes to kill him so that the wielder can continue unabated, and perhaps you're the only one who's able to defeat him. Him being Malmsteen.
Okay.
That is what Bjorn told you.
So assuming everything there is backwards,
Mm-hmm.
Then
since Sayla wants Corn out of the Gale Plains, not there. What other logical extrapolations can we bring from that?
Malmsteen was not tricked into her service. He did it willingly, and he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, so don't have empathy for him.
Definitely.
Okay.
we definitely can defeat him.
Definitely can defeat him.
Definitely strong enough to
I
defeat him.
definitely felt empathy for him before this, yeah.
And it means that was real.
Yeah,
Well, obvious.
that it wasn't an illusion.
If you are assuming that everything that Bjorn said was in fact a lie, then yes, those would be the conclusions you would draw. Whether or not
Although-
you believe that all of those are opposites is up to you to decide.
It doesn't
Yes.
necessarily have to be all the opposites, but just, I think, the important parts. Like, I don't think it's fully important whether or not it was real or not, like physically real or just in your head, because it had an effect on you either way. Either way, it's important.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that means I shouldn't leave.
mhm.
To be quite honest, I was considering it.
To
The moment I
go.
stepped back through that door today, I was kind of steeling myself to get out of here.
Hey, sorry, just to specify, what Bjorn said is that, let's see. Yes, and I have written here specifically, Sensela wishes to kill Malmsteen so that the wielder of the Black Flame, whoever this wizard is in the Fen, can continue unabated, is what specifically was said to you as Bjorn.
That Sensela wants Momstein dead. Is that what you just said? Or am I just fucking spacing out?
That's what Bjorn said, that Sensela wants to kill Malmsteen.
What if we assume the opposite?
Then she doesn't want him, but then why would
Red
she
herring.
try to convince us that she...
Because Momstein's not the problem. But what? No, we know that Momstein is real because we.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
assume
Because-
that
But we
happening
know
is
that
Malmsteen.
the wielder of the Black Flame is using Senseila's powers in ways unintended, so Senseila's not on board with that person. If we assume they're the
Yeah.
same person, which I think pretty safe.
That's a safe bet. Who was the enchantress that you saw in your thing with Norbit? Did you
Oh my
recognize her?
Hold on, I got a Pico de Gallo in my mouth.
Pico de Gallo.
Yeah, he's chewing still.
Oh,
It's
all
the
right.
heavy eating the sandwich.
That was the last bite. You mean the the sorceress, or
Yeah.
an old friend of mine?
Mm.
Why do you ask?
Well, I mean, it seems that there's only so many players in this game. I was curious if she could perhaps, wield a black flame.
I haven't seen this person in 10 years. It's been a long time. I don't know where they are. I was young back then. It was a bit hazy. It was a hectic time.
Okay. It just seems that everything surrounding your past and Norbit's past leads back to a certain goddess, and so it's just a thought I had. I'm not saying that she is automatically involved. It's just a thread of thought that
Look, everybody, I am. If I'm not under divine protection like I thought I was, then I need you all to promise me something.
Sure.
Anything.
Okay.
If she really gets her hands on me, I need you to kill me. I want you to. Do you all understand?
I
if she
understand.
gets her hands on you, she won't have you for long.
I don't want to go down the same path that Norbit did. Frankly, it keeps me up at night. So promise me, please. They'll not let me be a servant, a slave.
I vow to you on my oath to Arabella that you will not.
Let's get the fuck out of here. This place is about to fall down on top of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear you hear Robert come up and
Oh
Oh no!
I spilled my Pernir in my entire house.
yeah, Arabella's fucking knowledge all over my house. Can't have shit, Magnolia.
Poor Robert.
Oh god.
He's already poor. We destroyed his house.
Yeah, you really did destroy this farmer's house. Well, you could have gone outside. That's why I asked you, Rosani. Like,
Oops.
I didn't
last time
think
you-
that I would become a bomb.
well, last time you did this, you fucking went into like catatonic shock.
No, see, here's the thing.
On accident.
Back then, I didn't have that ability.
That's
It
true,
was
you didn't
Arabella
choose.
who fucking invaded my mind. And that's why everyone freaked out and Gorn tried to mind meld, was to see what was going on.
That's with the mindscape, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wonder how that shit happens.
Yeah.
So,
Wait, so are we actually gonna do anything about this farmhouse? Or are we just gonna fucking leave? Like,
I'm gonna enter.
like,
Can I roll to intimidate Robert the
no,
farmer?
come
and
on,
enter his
he's not
mind?
here. He's not
fucking
there. He's
gold,
not actually
man.
there.
Dude, you guys have so
No,
much gold.
I
No,
literally.
I'm gonna intimidate.
for it.
I'm gonna go into his
We will go
mind.
find Robert. I will give him so much gold to just get a new house.
We'll buy him
You
a
guys
house
can-
that's 3 times the size.
That's not necessarily an important thing to do right now, is to find him and
Yeah.
It's important to us, okay? I
I'm
broke
We
saying-
can
this
hire
man's
Robert
house.
as a butler since he's homeless.
Hmm.
and bring
Huh?
him back to parroting. His kids live here.
His kids can come with.
Well, he's
And his
homeless
dead-
now.
And his dead wife's buried in the backyard.
Let's
Take
go
her
get
too.
her.
I have reanimate.
Oh my.
do
No,
it.
that wouldn't work.
It's not
it's
even
been,
resurrection.
no,
Look,
yeah, it wouldn't
we
work.
look
Raised
at
up.
Yeah, but you
Look
can
what we
travel on
got.
your own.
Your wife back. No way.
Check it out.
Why do I have
No,
a blinded
That
card on
spell is
my
within
thing?
10 hours of the person dying. It
I
wouldn't work.
don't know. You're not
Hey,
blinded.
Should
Maybe
we
it's only been 10 hours.
I wouldn't. I mean, fuck. I don't know.
you fucking
You
buried
got
her
a
last
headstone back
night?
there?
Yeah. Well, you know, the wind and all. She fell out of a tree. It's horrible.
Should we-
You guys already heard the heart to heart from him about that.
Where's Aragorn? He
Should
fell.
we tell the town that we're being followed by a psycho killer?
No.
What? We're
What do
not
you
gonna
mean?
let him know?
What do you mean? I thought. Okay.
Like he's
all-
following
Let the
us wherever we go,
townspeople?
right? Yeah, like or not the townspeople, but like the guard, the
I thought-
authority.
You're talking about Norbit, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh.
You can always tell Duke Brolin, who's waiting likely to the south of the forest with his troops.
We probably should tell Duke Berlin.
I don't think that's information we just leave out, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not saying get
that's-
the people all riled up. I'm
Yeah.
saying tell the people who are going to
Tell
stop it.
Yeah.
Or we could
That's-
tell the people. That's fine too. Maybe
No,
it's
let's
we should
not
make
cause
two-way
mass
state.
panic.
You should not
bad
tell
idea.
people.
I agree.
What's the right to bear arms look like in Magnolia?
Not as
Like, are people here 2-8 up?
Well, it's pretty religious here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
Maybe
it's
we
also
should tell
like
It's not
people.
It's not like Edgemouth though. You know, they're like the South. Like they're really
Yeah, I got you.
Anyways, they have weapons. There's a militia. So
Your mom gave me Edgemouth.
Vile.
Sorry. My dad wasn't real, man. You pranked me. Sorry. Air, love, and war.
Damn. Wowzers. What is with my camera? It's not focusing.
that you and Siggins keep just like glitching out of existence,
Now,
going to
I'm
the
not
right side of my
green,
screen
bro.
and then coming back.
And I've
I don't know
been
if it's-
seeing them the whole time.
No, I just keep getting like buffering on the both of
this will
you.
be good enough.
That's
Oh, click on us. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, yeah, what are the so you guys have let's say you have exhausted all topics of discussion at this point. With you guys have basically talked about everything you could talk about. What are you going to do? Where are you going to go?
sounds like we want to meet with the Duke. Let him know vaguely the situation.
I think we should meet with the Duke.
I think that's a good idea. And maybe the Duke could have some insight that we don't have.
Smart guy.
Are there? I'm just out of curiosity,
Hi.
Brett.
Yes.
Is there any recreational sporting events in the Human Kingdom that isn't like horse racing or jousting?
I mean, like simple, like ball games. You know, like people that play
Baseball.
like catch. Nothing as well developed as Gnome Ball, with its like 367 different rules. But no, there's not like an official, like well developed
You know-
sports, but probably like local games that like towns and villages would invent and make up.
You know what Gnome Ball
Okay.
kind of reminds me of? Have you guys ever played Final Fantasy X?
No.
No.
There's
I've
like a
seen a little-
weird, there's a
Oh,
weird
is
game
the
called
underwater
Blitzball.
sport? Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
kind of makes me think of that.
Mm-hmm.
Gnome Ball is interesting. It's very difficult to make a sport that is all three things: 1, fun; 2, playable in D&D; and 3, a sport.
It's actually fully playable in D&D.
It is fully playable because I have run a Gnome Ball session before.
That's sick.
Because in
That's
the
awesome.
Delinquents, 3 of the members are members of the Gnome Ball team at Squid City University.
That's
Go
crazy.
Scholars. All right.
Gnome Ball is Blitzball.
Yeah, go
That's sick.
Scholars.
When are we gonna get the Gnome Ball sim? When are we gonna have a one shot where we just play a Gnome Ball season or something?
Well, yeah, we have to go through like a Gnome Ball bracket.
Well, the Squid City Scholars in the last session they played in a Gnome Ball game. They did win their first game against the Rock Crabs. So now they're going on to the I forget what team they're playing next. But it's going to be tougher for them. I'll tell you that. I think next session actually they'll be playing more Gnome Ball
Wow.
if they get to
Exciting.
it. That is.
Yeah.
So you guys can watch the next session and see a game of Gnome Ball happen maybe.
Cool.
Anyways,
Brett,
What are we doing, guys?
On our way
We're going
to
to the Duke.
the Duke, can I look around to see if I can find some mushrooms?
mushrooms.
Yes.
Shrooms, bro? We're gonna
What?
trip balls with the dude?
It there
For what
it's
purpose? mushrooms?
because I need an ointment
Recreation?
for the
Yeah,
eyes
they're
that
cost-
costs 25 gold pieces made from mushroom powder, saffron, and fat. For true seeing.
Jesus
You
Christ.
have saffron.
I was going to try to see if I
Saffron
can
City?
buy it from this city. Would they not have saffron? Probably not.
What is saffron?
Saffron
It's
is
like
a very
a-
rare spice in real life.
Yeah.
We are in like the north. We're like
No.
We can talk. We'll get to it. Don't worry.
Well, saffron aside, I'm looking for mushrooms.
That's fine. But while you guys all gather outside the farmhouse, as I described previously before, it's dark out. There's dark clouds and whipping winds that have fallen upon the city, and there's flickering of prayer candles, still soldiers and people kind of going to their homes and closing their doors. Rosani, go ahead and roll a nature check for me.
Huh?
Nature.
What?
Nature.
I did hear you. I'm just
what? For the
because
mushrooms.
oh.
Did-
Yes, I did just
Did you
forget what I
forget?
yes. 21.
Great. Yeah, Rosani, you're able
21.
to find
No.
a few edible toadstools kind of growing along the fence line of some of the trees of the orchard of Magnolia's mostly dead orchard. Yeah, you find a handful of mushrooms, probably enough to make ointments for the foreseeable future.
Okay.
And as you are kind of walking back to the group, you actually hear a voice in your head.
Oh, yay.
Hello? Rosani? It's Calhoun. I'm sending this message to you magically. Well, not me. Gale is. Wait, what? Only 25 words? Including these words, right? End of message. But you can respond.
You can respond.
Okay.
Ghost him. Leave his ass
No.
undelivered.
Post
No,
it. Leave him on red.
no.
Leave him on red.
Just send back the word red.
Received.
Red at.
Ratioed.
Hi, Calhoun. How are you doing? That's impressive that Gale can cast Sending. Is everything going okay in Paradine?
Ask about Vega.
Okay.
Okay.
How is Vega? Out of character, how many? Is that 23?
2 more words.
Okay.
Come on, you know what to do.
Huge. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Love you.
Sweet.
I did it for you, Siggins.
Thank you. It had to happen.
You should do it.
It had to
You should
happen.
fucking do it for Calhoun. A moment later, you hear a voice back. Things going okay. Gale, Gwyn, Vega, all in my house.
Okay.
Moods, hot, cold. Literally.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Very temperamental. Challenging, but progress. Talked with Gwyn once. Hooray! 25.
20.
25 counts as one word.
Oh.
It's a hyphen. You can respond. Yeah, you can respond.
Yeah. That sounds great. Hopefully, we won't be gone for much longer. It's taken a turn, but we will figure it out. See you soon. Bye.
Okay. You do actually receive one more message
Oh shit.
from him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Please be safe. Also, met strange lady earlier. Big black robes. Scary. Knew you? Said something weird about me. Professional courtesy? Don't know. Heart.
No way this guy figured out emojis on the third fucking message.
That sounds like Raya. She's scary but cool. Keep your guard out. Not everything is what it seems all the time. You be safe too.
It seems that he's out of
Message spells.
Yes. Burned them all up. Okay. You get all that from Calhoun?
Okay. I mean, I technically could send 3 as well, but
Yes, you could.
I'm not going to use
Sorry,
them on
Calhoun
that.
can only send you one message. I only paid for so many a day. I will talk with Arabella to get more. Bye.
To get unlimited data.
Okay. So you all, I'm assuming you all march north to the perimeter of the forest.
I thought we were going to meet with the Duke.
That is where you believe him to be. He said last time you guys met that he would be organizing search parties to begin scouring the forest for Malmsteen.
Okay.
So,
Then yes. That is where we go.
Okay, I'm going to play music, I guess, because that's cool. I could have played this a while before, I guess. It's too late. Okay. All of you filled with new and admittedly unsettling information.
I also, while we're walking there, I do want to tell the rest of the party about my conversation with Calhoun. And that Vega and Gale and Gwen are okay.
Okay.
Very
You-
cool.
You relay that information to them. It sounds like Calhoun, though overwhelmed, is doing okay.
Mm-hmm.
Babysitting three hormonal elemental teenagers.
Gotta love it.
Wow, we're terrible.
You really are.
Horrible.
At least Rosani responded. I mean, that is a good thing.
What was I gonna do?
Ghost him.
I'm busy right now, Calhoun. I'll talk to you in a month.
Oh my
See you
god,
later.
who do you make me out to be? Some heartless bitch?
You said it.
Oh my gosh.
Rosani's nice. Rosani, despite everything, is still probably one of the nicest characters. So, as you approach the northern fork of the road that serves as the border of Magnolia and the wilderness to the north, it appears that Duke Brolin and his men have already begun, or at least begun to prepare for the search. Tents have been set up along the tree line atop the hill, and you see many search parties, at least a couple dozen, consisting of soldiers and acolytes from King Ashen's Cathedral, have all gathered to aid in the hunt for this mad mage. Upon your arrival, your presence immediately fills the search parties with visible confidence. Many of the soldiers perk up from kind of like sullen seats on the ground, leaning on their spears, but when they see you, they stand up tall, a little more hopeful that perhaps things will go Magnolia's way, now that their divine champions very literally have arrived. They are kind of emboldened by the arrival of the Triads heroes here. you can tell looking around that there's still very much a sense of trepidation and fear amongst the search parties. Not all of them are so eager to see you, and there are still many murmurs and worried looks. Some soldiers pace around aimlessly, guarding a non-existent border. There are no walls or pickets or anything like that, but anything to give them a sense of security. It's clear that not everybody knows what's going on still. But the fear and trepidation is a little bit lessened by your presence. Of course, you see that several crows are perched in the trees and upon tops of tents, looking at you and the soldiers that dance around outside of the forest's perimeter. There is a nearby quartermaster, similarly to the one in the encampment, who could likely provide you, but mostly the other soldiers, with their basic equipment that they would need. Torches, ammunition, spare spearheads and shafts, etc., etc. Simple weaponry, helmets, gauntlets, whatever that the Duke's armory can provide. And further up the road, not quite within speaking distance, maybe a couple 100 feet up the road, you do see that Duke Brolin is sat atop a horse, speaking with a few of the search parties, and you can't tell from how far you are what he's saying, but it appears as if he's trying to ease some of their concerns if his body language and gestures with his arm are an indication. At this point, there is nothing really notable in the camp besides what I have described. Soldiers pass by you. A couple of them, walk by and nod at you or say quick words of prayer. A simple back and forth exchange that you'd see at Magnolia all the time, Rosani, stuff like that. But it's less of an encampment, more just a gathering of people. It's not a whole war camp. Where would you guys like to go?
Straight to the Duke. Come on now. We're people of importance out here. We got places to be. Things to
That's
do.
the Gorn that we've missed.
There we go, baby. Emboldened by
Yeah, I
Arabella.
lead the way, striding
we
very
going?
quickly through and cleanly through the center of camp.
Yeah, Gorn just had an appointment with Orin's greatest therapist, and now he's ready to tackle the day. All right. You, Gorn leading the way, you approach Duke Brolin atop his horse, and as he notices you approaching, he finishes his conversation politely with a few of who appear to be, sergeants and lieutenants of his militia, and rears his horse to turn towards you. He trots up to meet you halfway, and with the he's somewhat an older fellow in his 40s, 50s, salt and pepper kind of guy, and he achingly steps down from his horse and lands upon the ground in front of you, standing before you. I trust that you are all well rested and prepared for the day. I believe we have much work ahead of us.
Yes.
We actually didn't sleep last night, so.
You got a full rest.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, in the time fucking warp, man.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
So we fell asleep.
It took a whole year from you guys. You got a long rest in there somewhere.
Okay, but what I still said was correct.
Yeah, that's true.
Do we all have like a one more like strand of gray hair from that?
Not me.
Communal gray hair.
The effects of age present themselves in different way upon your bodies. Gorn, you got a mole on your left delt that's a little larger than it was before.
Should get that
Rosani-
checked out.
Rosani,
Cancer.
another gray hair.
Gorn does not get crushed by
Another?
crab.
Yeah.
He gets killed
I'm
by cancer.
23.
Yeah, I'm 23. You know how many gray hairs I find? And I'm just a human. all right?
Brett, I
You
am
do your
20.
stuff.
I'm 24. I don't have any gray hairs.
Okay, well then clearly you have a less stressful life than both me
You
and
need
Rosani.
to. Oh,
So
bro.
Damn.
you take that as you will. Anyways, yeah, you all have slight effects of age, a year's
Okay.
worth. Roscoe, that really looks on you the most.
The hip's really acting up there, Roscoe, I bet.
My cholesterol is so fucking high.
I just keep eating eggs at breakfast. Hundreds of eggs.
And wedges.
And wedges and potatoes fried.
Oh,
Oh
my
my
heart.
God.
My heart.
Yeah, I need you to roll a con saving throw or die in D20 days. That's how it works
Damn.
with age, actually. It's whack.
Keep rolling
anyways.
con saves.
Yeah, Brolin looks at you, DeLorean, and sleep evaded me as well. As I believe, well, though hopefully not many of these men. My people do not truly understand exactly what it is that we face. I have spared them the gruesome details of what they may find in this forest, and I must explain my strategy as to not put them into harm's way. If the foe we truly face is indeed a tempest, then there is absolutely no chance that any of the men or women here would be able to stop him. I will not senselessly throw away Magnolia's lives, and as such, I plan on approaching with caution. My people's primary tactic will be discovery and not engagement.
Agreed.
In your absence, they have already begun to comb the outskirts of the forest. Periodically, they peg sheets of parchment upon thick oaken boughs to mark areas that have already been investigated, as to not waste time and get lost. If my soldiers discover any evidence of Malmsteen in these woods, they will mark this information down and immediately retreat to inform both myself and you. Every night that we are unsuccessful in locating this man, they shall report back here, explain their findings, and rest until he is found or driven out from this holy place. I trust, of course, that none of this is disagreeable to you. Men and
Not at all.
men and women of your, well, stature, so to speak, are more equipped to deal with threats such as these than any of these people could ever dream of.
We were hoping that average people wouldn't be engaging. So we're glad you agree.
Good. Well then, we have found little so far. A square few hundred yards have been investigated, and the woods are great. We will continue as planned. I will allow you, of course, you are free to the usage of any of the resources here and any information that we can provide. But I trust that you have better tactics than ours, more forward, to deal with this threat. Whether or not that is the case, I leave this matter to your discretion. You are clearly the subject matter experts, compared to me. I have seen war, but not like this. If there's anything I or my people can do to aid you in the hunt, beyond what I have already offered, please do not hesitate to ask, but know that there are limits. I will not risk my city for those that have invaded our lands, even if they have been forced out of theirs.
We believe that Malmsteen may not be the only one that we are searching for.
There are more.
One more. Not a wizard or any sort of caster like Malmsteen, but we believe him to be dangerous nonetheless.
And what do you know
He's-
of this man?
Or woman.
Quite a bit. He was a
Well, he's small.
gnomish man.
No.
Oh, this guy. Never mind. I thought you were talking about. Never mind.
No. He most likely has a sort of hat alongside a whip. He
Like Indiana Jones.
Just
Oh, you
fucking
know-
pulls out the fucking.
You know Indiana Jones. He pulls out his
1980s
fucking
reference.
He pulls out Raiders of the Last Ark. Check it out. I have it on Blu-ray.
he
My favorite movie.
would be in the shadows, not going after anyone but our group.
I see. And do you
But he
believe-
has attacked. He has attacked just random people as well. It's not just us.
Well,
I don't think that's necessarily true at all.
but I think his goal now is us. From
I'd
what
keep
we
an eye on
know.
it.
Because we haven't seen any chaos just happen around us. So,
Don't want to rule it out though.
It's something that you and your men should be aware of.
All right. Then I will have the number of patrols and double their numbers.
wise.
Is he of a comparable threat to this Tempest we seek?
He's certainly proved that he can do significant damage on his own. I don't believe he is as great of a threat, but he is a threat nonetheless.
I see. Then I shall relay this message to my people. We will search for both and report findings of either to you. Thank you for telling me this. Is there anything else you'd like to share? He looks at you with the same cold, hard, inquisitive eyes that at this point you've gotten used to over the week you've spent at Magnolia. It's clear to you that this man is calculating and always seeking more information. And at this point, right now, you guys are very much his real source of reliable info.
That is pretty much all that we know. And we will let you know as soon as we find out more.
Very well. He looks up at the sky. The day is young. So you guys have spent some hot spell slots already.
I haven't
Plan-
spent any spell slots.
Neither have I.
Do you guys plan on
Oh.
resting or just jumping right into it?
I would
would
like to
love-
rest.
Probably
To
rest now.
because I can't cast my 6th level spell. And
Oh,
I
are we
didn't
just
think
scrolling
about
into it?
that until now.
Yeah, we should probably rest.
Oh, you're true seeing?
Mm-hmm.
Is he able to
Um,
like get stuff for us?
You can
I
don't
always
think-
ask Brolin.
Can we ask Brolin for like just a boatload of explosives? Is
Brolin,
that something he could get?
I have a question. How available and accessible is the spice saffron in this region?
I'm surprised you've even heard of it.
It's something that I've recently discovered.
And for what reason do you ask me of it?
It is a component to a spell that would be incredibly helpful.
Roll persuasion.
Oh shit! With my what is it, -2, I think.
Oh dear.
Oh, persuasion. Yes, it is -2, so 17.
Okay. I have seen it only once before. A long time ago, during my time in the mountains. It grows only in climates such as that, I believe. It's very rare and very expensive indeed. Which is why I was lucky to make away with a very small amount of it. I have kept it to this day. If it is truly so important in finding Malmsteen, then I can relinquish it to you.
I will
Ask him how
reimburse
much
you.
Ask him how much he paid for it.
I will
25
reimburse
gold.
you for the amount.
There's no need. Keep my city safe, and that is reimbursement enough.
If I might ask, what was the price amount on it? I need a certain amount of it for the spell. And
It'll be enough.
okay. For one?
It'll be enough for at least one.
Okay. Well, then I better make it count. Okay.
Yes. You guys are gonna long rest then?
I'm also going to go get some fat for the ointment as well. And then
Yeah, you're really
Ointment.
got a Gorn.
Hey, I'm chiseled to the bone, buddy. I'm like, I got like
You're a
5%.
bodybuilder, man.
Yeah.
You've seen Gorn. Those pro bodybuilders are not 5%. The strong.
What do you
men.
mean?
Dude.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
I've seen
strongmen are a
very
lot.
strong
Yeah,
men.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about bodybuilders.
Sorry,
'cause
I said the
bodybuilders
Bodybuilders
are
and
I
strong
said
men
the
are
wrong
very
one.
different.
The strong men are fucking massive, and that is
Yeah.
what Gorn definitely is.
You think so? You think he's a little fatty?
He's not a
well,
Ooh,
Sig-
what?
Siggins,
He's a
move,
little
move your head a
fatty.
little bit.
You think he's got a
Just look
dopey
at
man?
Gorn.
Yeah,
Just
Gorn
look
is
at
pretty
him.
He's got
Gorn's
some girth.
Gorn's beefy.
Yeah, he do get some beef.
Yeah, look how fucking girthy that guy is.
We can see him behind.
He's
the
got a
screen.
Gorn
gut.
is wide.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, it's muscle gut.
It's a power
you,
gut,
you know
yeah.
Thor from the recent God
Yes.
of War game?
Yes.
That's-
exactly.
That's probably like closer to what
Really?
Gorn is.
I
Now,
always
granted,
imagined
he's
him
not
a little
that
bit slimmer
tubby,
than that.
No, a
Yeah,
little
he's
slimmer
not
than
Well, he's
that
not
that.
that big.
but he's like the same. He's similar proportions, I think.
He's not cut.
He has
No,
Eddie
he's-
Hall build.
Yeah, he's the Eddie
Yeah.
Hall build.
Gorn does not cut. Gorn only eats wedges.
Yeah, Gorn.
He just
Gorn's
eats
on a-
carbs. Yeah.
Gorn's on a perma
And
bowl.
fish.
You know.
Yeah, he really just eats potatoes and fish like an animal.
Wowzers. All right.
Yeah, he has
so,
on a permanent bowl.
You would love to live in Britain. Fucking fish and
Yo.
chips every day.
come on.
Be smashing them.
It's not
Oh my
the
god.
thing they eat there.
If Gordon survives the
Oh, sorry, I
campaign,
forgot
that's what he
their
wants to
beans
do with
on
his
toast.
retirement.
You know, I had beans on toast, and actually, it's not bad.
I bet it's
Yeah,
not.
I mean, it's fine. Beans and toast.
It's beans
are
and
both fine
toast.
things.
It just
Yeah,
looks
it's not-
wrong.
Oh, dude, dude, I had some really gross food there, but
Beans
I
in
also
my
had
shoes.
some bussin' food there.
I mean,
Beef
that seems.
Wellington. Oh, beef Wellington fucking slaps Jimbus, man. That shit.
That's the one that's like stuffed, right?
Yeah, it's in the puff pastry.
Ah, there's so much
Yeah.
innuendo here. Nobody's jumping on it.
Yeah, I know.
Shut up. Shut up and talk about food.
Dilo, she's stroking
It's
on my beef till
stuffed.
I'm off. She beefing on my. She beefing on my shit till I'm off. She.
Oh
Jeez.
no, it's just getting worse.
Can we stop?
I'm
beefing,
preparing
so I'm
spells.
stroking on-
Brett, you're screaming.
Yeah.
This is being live recorded.
Yeah.
I'm gonna-
this is quality
I'm gonna-
content.
I'm gonna unprepare clairvoyance and instead choose to prepare bestow curse.
Mm.
Listen, Hannah,
Mhm.
as much as I want to properly document everything that's happening, in like 10 years from now when I'm on my deathbed, I want to be able to look back and watch these videos and be like, yeah, that was a good
33.
10 years?
That's about how far I think I'll make it, yeah.
By that time, it'll be campaign 5.
But notice, like, it's not like he died
He'd lock
like,
your
in an
D&D chair.
accident. He's on his deathbed, like, from
Yeah,
disease.
Yeah, like I'm old. No, I gotta make
Aging like a fucking.
I'm gonna.
Yeah,
take
Abraham
caught
you, bro.
silence.
I'm aging like a fucking orc. I've got to get to 27.
Yeah, man. How's what's the 8 the lifespan orcs again? It's like
Orcs live
it's like
70.
70s, right?
60, 70,
60, 70.
wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm nearly Goran's nearly middle age at 29.
You're gonna have to retire
You're a
soon.
half
not
orc,
middle-aged.
You're still like, yeah, you're
Yeah, he's got until like
half orcs
probably
are
like 80,
90,
80
89.
85.
I wrote it down. I made
He's
do
got some time.
some changes on there, but for the most part, those are the numbers I like. Okay, so you guys are going to take a long rest before you begin to...
Yes, I'm going to
please.
send the list of my spells.
Okay.
Well, I don't have
haven't
to worry
used any
about my
spells,
age.
So I'm just gonna like.
I didn't
meditate.
either, but I changed around a few.
Yeah, there are really 3 characters that doesn't do much for, and it's Kevril, Flint, and Otis.
The
Yeah,
long
druids
rest.
are weird with long rests and stuff.
And me.
No, I meant the age thing. Not the
Oh.
rests.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I meant like because Otis is a fucking robot.
Yeah, Kevril's got probably what, another 150 maybe?
Well, see, when you get to max level druid, your lifespan is increased tenfold.
Yeah.
So you already
Mhm.
live for like what 900 years. It'll be.
As
So
an elf?
Kevril's-
Is it
Kevril's
900
gonna be-
really?
Kevrel's gonna be in
I
all of the
believe so.
campaigns.
Kevril, if Kevril, like a full elf druid, let's say they're a high elf, so they live 750 years, and they're a like top
He's a
level druid.
he's a wood elf technically, I think.
Then 500 years in this world, then you could get like 5,000 years. Yeah.
God
Wow.
damn.
Nice.
Yeah, legit.
Damn.
So yeah,
I'll be
you're
playing
just-
Kevril in every
you're-
campaign.
But
Yeah.
after that much time, being alive that long, you would probably transcend like
Yeah.
your form in that way. Like you would be.
You just live as a bear?
More like you could you'd be
A bear.
like a fucking like a druid grove or something like that, living that
Mhm.
long. or like a demigod or something. Like you wouldn't
Yeah.
Turn
just
into a
be-
fucking
You wouldn't
tree.
just be like a 5,000-year-old normal dude. Like it wouldn't be
Yeah.
just Kevrel's here, but he's
Like you would
Yeah.
you would be the leader of everything at
Yeah,
that
it's not
point.
like the times have turned for the Elven Dominion, and now Kevrel needs to work a fucking 9 to 5 at Warren.
Bro,
Harding.
I cannot wait for
Something.
the next campaign where Kevrel is just like the absolute fucking ruler of everything at like 3,000 years old.
If you survive this campaign,
Oh my god.
I will.
True. Unfortunately, a 762 round pierces your skull while you long rest, Kevrel.
Wait,
Wow,
I
since
have
you guys heard one of those. So.
I have intervention on the soundboard.
Oh, Jesus.
and then he fucking
Scared me.
falls into Gorn's arms. And there's you get a stereotypical bard character to replace him.
yo,
Uh,
is the session over?
watch out, Kevrel, there's a wizard.
Oh my god, we have to stop.
No, we can't go. We can't go. We have the
Okay.
the it's
have to
time to
keep
stop.
moving.
Filthy Frank.
You guys long rest. There's nothing really notable that happens. Soldiers come and go from where
Hey, Brett.
camp. Hey,
Can we say that I go gather that thing that I asked about earlier instead of resting?
oh, you just have that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, positivo.
But the lore.
I understand. Don't
The
worry.
lore?
I want to catch him in the act.
DM, can
What?
you tell us about the lore? The lore? The lore. Have you guys seen that meme?
I think
No.
so.
No.
I'll send
I
it.
think that's what I was referencing, actually.
Might have been.
Unintentionally.
So, you guys, long rest.
Long
Kevrel, you wouldn't be
rest.
able to find that in the current circumstances, anyways. Given.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because it's still daytime.
How long is this
Oh.
rest in hours?
I guess, yeah.
8 hours is a long rest.
This will be nighttime by the time we wake up.
Evening,
Evening, yeah.
midday.
Well, what time?
Still. It's morning
what-
right now. If
it's
like,
morning?
If
Okay.
it's like 8 a.m., it's gonna be like 4 p.m.
Yeah.
We should like attack during the night.
Definitely. It's
It's gonna take-
Is
best
that
idea.
wise?
Wouldn't we be, like, able to see less if we did that?
Not you.
You'd
Or-
manage
Yeah.
to see less.
No, in Brett's lore, elves don't have dark vision.
Only
True.
the moon
Only the
elves,
moon.
Only the moon
which there
I
are
have
only three.
I have a spell that could give me it. I'd have to use a spell to do it, but I haven't.
Or
prepared
I
that.
literally
I'd be
have
fully
light.
dark.
Flint does though. Flint has dark vision.
Dwarves do.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they live underground.
True.
It's dark there.
Guys, I
What?
also have the cantrip light. Have had it the entire campaign.
So,
So do I.
yeah, you guys take.
You
a
don't
long
like ever
rest.
use that.
I have a
Because we
6th level
never
spell where I
need
can
it.
engulf myself in flames.
We take
You
the long
guys-
rest.
You guys take your long rest.
Yeah.
There's nothing too notable that happens. The search parties have been, their size has been doubled, as per your warning of Norbit out in the fucking woods somewhere. And so the progress is a little slower, but at least safer. Duke Brolin visits by a couple times to exchange some information. For the most part, they really have not seen anything so far, but they're just kind of moving northward, almost in lines. They're doing grids. It's around 4 p.m. The crows still kind of hover over the area, and just really everywhere you can see. There's sometimes, and that's really about it. It's about 4 p.m. in the middle of the day. It's still, the clouds are still like dark, and it's moody, it's windy, it's cool, like coldish. A very dreary, overcast day. The weather has not shifted. It's about the same brightness as it was in the morning. And the sun really doesn't pierce through the clouds at all. But you are all fully rested. Your spell slots, health, etc., have been returned to you. And Gorn, actually, one thing After your visit with Arabella and your knowledge that you've learned from her, you are somewhat more prepared to face the horrors set upon you by Sensela. I don't have a cool perk name or anything like that.
Yarg.
No, you know what I do, and it's I Saw the Light by Todd Rundgren, and you get +1 to Wisdom saving throws.
Oh,
Let's
wow.
go.
Hey, yo.
Awesome.
What's the
It's
Disintegrate
like I
saving
always,
throw?
it's wow. It's kind of like
Great
what
saving throw.
the ASI I was
think it's
trying to. I was thinking
dexterity.
about picking was wisdom.
Really? That's a weird one.
Well, because you have to dodge
So-
out of
Dodge
the
it,
way.
yeah.
Actually, like I got
sure.
both.
Let me,
So
Thank you,
let me
DM.
double check that.
there you go. All right, what's your guys? So where are you guys going? You just
Yeah, it is
looking
dexterity.
randomly in the forest? Are you?
Well, I
gonna
suppose
try
we
and
look-
backtrack to where Gorn had his episode. What's the
Well,
plan?
wouldn't we want to look where the dudes have already, not where the men have already searched? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm assuming if we backtrack to the clearing, they haven't gotten there yet.
They
Yeah.
have not gotten there yet? No. So
Yes.
you could just go along with their line. You could push forward. It is up to you guys how you want to approach this.
Why don't
this
Why
hunt.
don't we push forward to the place where Gorn had his vision, and we'll go from there.
I can retrace my steps being a ranger.
It's,
Because
Alright.
you are
It's
a
along-
ranger.
it is also along the road. But yes.
I'm a ranger.
But Gorn,
You think
you
with
could,
my
Only
brain,
half a
brother.
you
ranger.
could retrace your steps and get there if you were like 100 feet on either side of the road too, as a ranger.
Yes, I could. Anywhere. Even from your mom's house.
Haha, that's very funny because my mom actually lives in Magnolia.
Is she part of one of the search parties? Is she gonna
Yeah.
get ambushed?
Yeah,
No.
she's in orbit.
No.
Baba booey. Baba booey. Baba
That
we're gonna
needs to be
go-
on the soundboard.
Baba booey.
it is. Hold on.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
Baba Booey.
All right, so you guys are just you're just going back to the clearing.
I think
Yes.
that's what we should do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna come to us, but never mind.
Nah, we come to him and then he comes. It's like we're meeting in the middle.
Okay.
I mean, we
I
have
think-
to try and look for him at some point. Otherwise, if we wait
Should
for
I
him to.
cast locate creature then? Should we start doing that?
Yeah, I think that's a smart idea. I'm
How
going
does
to
this-
wait.
Yes, in your
Work.
spells.
I'm,
How does
I'm
the
gonna
spell work?
wait on True Seeing because it only has an hour length time, and if I can only cast it once, it better count.
Well, so does locate creature.
Well, locate
It's an
creature
hour.
isn't a 6th level spell that you only have the materials for one time because it has an incredibly rare spice.
It's a 4th level spell. It's pretty high for me. It's like my highest level spell slot.
So, I just want to let you know that the range of that is 1,000 feet.
Right.
That's
And,
not that.
I'm
bad.
But it's
leaving-
during an hour, so we could
It's like mind sweeping.
pan.
The
Yeah.
spell can locate a specific creature known to you or the nearest creature of a specific kind, so long as you have seen such a creature. Oh, no,
Oh.
that's for like
That's
a
for
specific
that.
type of creature. Yeah,
Yeah.
you could.
I'm looking for a specific Malmsteen guy. A guy named Malmsteen. Tempest.
It's familiar enough to you. where
Male.
You could do that. Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, that would.
Yeah,
What
if
you're
like
trying- what
if
you're
I
trying to
don't
do-
have the details, then what is this spell for?
What
Yeah.
you're trying to do would be effective in what you're wanting to use it for.
Okay, I'm not gonna use it just yet. I think maybe I'll start once we get closer to the side of the ambush.
Okay.
How about we'll say once we're approximately 1,000 feet from the ambush spot? How's that sound?
Sounds wonderful.
All right. So you guys depart upon the northern road.
Yes.
All right. You take a look at the encampment and some of the soldiers as they begin to pour through the forest well ahead of you at this point after your 8 hours of rest. And you spend the next couple of hours walking north up the road. And you're kind of approaching the point at which you're starting to not see these parchments on the trees anymore, where Duke Brolin's men have gotten to. This is kind of like the perimeter that they've searched in so far. What is everyone's passive perception?
18.
Isn't Tim's like that of a dragon or something?
27.
27. Yeah.
Jesus.
He is perceptive.
He's very perceptive.
15.
Mine is 20.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Wow,
I think mine's
I'm
actually
so
pretty high
perceptive.
too. Now that I think about it. I mean, let me double check
They're
that.
fucking perceptive.
15.
Okay. Is anyone lower than 12? I don't think so.
I doubt it.
Okay.
No, I'm at 16.
All right. As you are walking along the road north towards the clearing, the fog kind of rolling around at your feet and through the mist of the trees. Oh, also, I'm going to change the background a bit. Hold on.
Hey, yo.
We are
gonna-
are we in like a dense forest?
Yeah, he's gonna turn it into that one raining picture
Oh,
with the
no.
With the
fucking guy standing.
This is about where you guys are.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Oh, the window guy?
Yeah.
It's not loading. Oh, it's loaded.
Malmsteen? Okay.
Momstein.
All of you, as you're walking north along the road, you hear a commotion, maybe 150 feet to your left. It sounds like the shouts of one of Duke Brolin's search parties. It's hard to tell exactly what they're saying, except for Roscoe and DeLorean. The two of you hear it pretty clearly. You hear the shouts through the trees of, "Hey, we found something! This looks like him!"
What?
Okay. I'll cast that spell now.
Okay.
Is that him?
You cast
Locate creature?
creature.
Okay, creature. 4th level spell.
You concentrate and cast the spell. The creature that you seek is not within 1,000 feet of you.
Very
This
well.
direction.
It could be Norbit.
It could be Norbit.
Mm-hmm.
We need to like
Let's move up.
we need to like
Investigate.
run.
You guys are running?
Yeah.
I think we should run.
Swift speed. Actually, I'm gonna stealth off to the side.
Roll stealth.
I'm going to cast True Seeing.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Nat 20.
It's on the board.
Okay.
Crispy.
Do we
Or
all have to roll?
27. No, it's me.
Okay.
Rosanna,
So-
you've got enough to cast that from the saffron that you got from Brolin.
Mhm.
You roll a d4 for you. 2 times.
Ooh, so I have
You've
one
used it
more.
once. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
You cast True Seeing upon yourself. DeLorean is sneaking. Rosani, you ointment your eyes and pray to Arabella. Let's see. Anybody else doing anything special or just approaching?
I'm trying to rush over quickly.
How close are we
Yeah.
to this?
Sounds like it's like 100 feet, 150 feet away.
Oh,
God, my camera, dude. Come
Did you rub ointment on your camera? What's going on?
Yeah,
It might have like
Lotioned up.
yeah,
like an
it's true.
auto.
The focus sucks on it. Yeah.
Yeah, it might have autofocus and it might be fucking it up.
Okay.
Okay. Never mind. I'm not gonna do anything then.
All right. DeLorean, you were able to sneak up to the side while the rest of you all approach, and you look and see that a group of originally it was 6 soldiers, but Brolin doubled it. So 12 soldiers and an acolyte are all stood with their weapons brandished over the body of a human man dressed in dark robes and wielding a shiny silver dagger. You kind of approach them quickly, seeing this corpse on the ground. And the people are very clearly relieved and happy to see that, the hunt is already over. He's dead in the forest.
Does he have any like obvious wounds?
You want to roll a medicine check for me?
Does my true sight
Well, I'm
see
talking like-
anything on him? Or no? Is it just a dead
Is there even a
man?
body?
How about those of you who want to take a closer look? Roll me any of the following: insight, investigation, religion, or medicine.
Can I take a closer look from my stealth faraway position?
You can.
Okay.
I'm
Which one
gonna
of the-
not.
Which one of
I
those?
will not approach.
I'm
Insight.
gonna spin my hammer idly in my hands
Okay.
like a golf club.
Gorn, is this who you saw?
I will roll an insight check to see if the clothes match the mom stain.
Go ahead.
I rolled a 15 on
I'm gonna
investigation.
roll a medicine check, because that is the highest.
Okay.
18.
This is gonna be a crazy roll. Watch this shit.
Okay.
Yoink. 14.
Okay.
I think I have a -1, don't I? I have a +1.
15.
Okay.
15.
Insight 21.
Okay. And Roscoe, what'd you roll?
18 on investigation.
Okay. Roscoe and DeLorean.
I also got an 18.
Yes. You guys
Okay.
roll different checks, though. Don't worry.
Oh.
Roscoe and DeLorean, the two of you take a look from your different positions over this dead man. He is clearly badly wounded. This is a dead person. This is a corpse.
Mhm.
This corpse is clearly badly wounded in some way, covered in all sorts of strange, like, black wounds. And he is indeed clad in dark robes, and most notably in his dead, open-handed palm, his hand, is a shiny, silvery dagger, the likes of which you have seen before in the hands of many, well, as many as you've met, necromancers, cultists of Sensela. This dagger is one and the same. Rosani, you peer over the corpse, looking specifically at its wounds, and you see that he is covered in a mix of necrosis and burns. Terrible wounds, the likes of which you have never seen before. It's as if flame burst from his very body and consumed him, using him as fuel as he burnt. They are beyond grotesque, and you have no idea how anything like this would be treated or even identified. Gorn, you would remember what you saw anywhere that is not Malmsteen.
Okay. I voiced that immediately.
That's not him.
Everybody
Everyone
back up. Single brain cell.
It's not him, says one of the militiamen with his spear now shaking in his hands.
Can I look to the faces of everybody in the, like, random party?
Yeah, you may. And
I just want to see if any of them are not. Yes.
Yeah,
if
no,
any of them are not what they appear to be.
You peer over all of them, and they are all just men and women of Magnolia.
Okay.
None of them are masked magically in any way.
Okay.
Bless you.
Thank you.
All of you go report back to Duke Brolin what we found.
Yes, ma'am. And they fucking nail a piece of parchment into a nearby oak tree, and then back to the south they go.
Okay. So this isn't Malmsteen?
No, it's not.
You said the body was burnt?
It's like fire erupted from within him.
So
like something
we're on the
a
right
wizard
track.
might do.
I think
Laser
gonna,
beams,
like-
as it was
Right.
described.
Would I know what spell this is? Because I think I know what spell this is outside of my character knowledge. But I don't know if I would actually know.
Are you thinking of a specific 5th edition spell?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll Arcana for me.
I'm going to, like, take a cloth, like a little section of my cloak, and pick up the dagger from the dead guy's hand.
15, Brett.
A 15?
Yeah.
Okay. Rosani, you see that the small red gem of the dagger in the hilt that you've seen in the past has already been shattered into pieces.
So that means it revived someone previously?
Oh, whatever it means, it means that this guy ain't coming back.
Okay, but still.
Kevril, you take a look at this corpse yourself and try to liken it to any magic you've ever seen before. This is... You're certain it's not something that you've seen before, nor really even read about. But for whatever reason, there is a certain familiarity to the description of the wounds as Rosani describes them to you. These are dark, burnt, dark necrotic burns. It appears they are not simply one or the other. It's really kind of both. They're sickening, really. In fact, even just looking at the wounds kind of makes a pit drop into your stomach. And actually, from Otis's mouth, you hear two words. Not spoken in his voice, though. A different one that you have heard in a recording before. Black flame. And then Otis, seemingly... I'm sorry. I don't know what that was.
Oh my god. Do you guys
Necromancy.
think it's possible that the Black Flame sorcerer, whoever they are, is out here hunting Malmsteen as well?
Well, that wouldn't be consistent with what the old man said.
What, old man?
Abraham.
The one that.
Because Abraham said that Malmsteen was a tool being used by the Black Flame.
No, he said he was a tool being used by someone. We're inferring that it's the Black Flame sorcerer.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Right?
Yeah. But we made the connection earlier, and I thought we were solid on that. But now we're not sure anymore.
I'm not sure about anything at this point, to be honest.
Arabella's words echo in your minds, Gorn. The confused statements and contradictions of your fellows are perhaps exactly what Sincela wants.
Look. Listen to me. I speak up.
Kind of out of my. I was in a trance there, thinking.
This is. We need to leave, I think. This isn't worth our time.
I think
Not
we're
all
on
is
the
what
right
it
track.
seems. We could be getting distracted. Malmsteen could be elsewhere.
Where then?
This is certainly not him.
Are we still on our way? We're still going to the ambush
Yeah.
spot?
Presumably,
Wait.
we're still headed north.
Wait. What if we're already in his trap?
Then
Well,
gotta
we'll see
figure
him
out a way
coming.
to get out of it.
DeLorean, you check again, and there's no one, there's no Malmsteen within 1,000 feet of you in any direction.
Can I just scan around?
Yeah, roll perception for me.
I'd like to do the same, please.
Go ahead.
That is a
16.
Okay.
And I don't get anything from my spell.
Don't worry. Behind
Okay.
the scenes, buddy. And
There are invisible
Buddy.
people
Roscoe.
all over us.
I rolled a
There's just
23.
ghosts everywhere.
a 23.
Correct.
Yeah, there's a second shooter in the grassy knoll.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus.
Would you like the
Rosa?
intervention sound again?
Rosani
Yes.
and Roscoe. Roscoe, admittedly, you look as best as you can, and you're certain you see nothing. Rosani, you peer around with your true sight. You're able to kind of glance into the ethereal plane with that shit.
Mhm.
No.
Nothing.
There is indeed nothing. And
Right.
I think,
Gorn, once more, Arabella's words echo in your minds. Trust only yourself and your friends.
Hey, Brett.
We should continue on.
Can I perceive any birds that are nearby? Or specifically owls, hawks, falcons, or eagles?
all the birds that have not been represented by Sincela.
That's not what I'm going for here.
What are you
Okay.
trying to do here, boss man?
I'm trying to speak with them.
Oh,
This is some Gorn shit, except he can actually do it.
Yeah, except
remember
you actually-
Bird?
I want to speak with the birds.
He's my friend.
If anybody can
Yes.
view the entire forest from above and let me know if they've seen literally any creature, barring their intelligence, which birds are like the highest intelligence
Mhm.
animals, they can give me
Yeah.
some kind of
Gross.
information potentially. So I'm just asking.
That's fair.
Yeah, you know what? You see nearby, as if by clockwork. Whoo, whoo.
What I wanted to hear. Do I have to get close
great
to it to
horned
cast this?
owl.
I don't actually even know how close I have to get with
Speak
this.
with animals.
I think it's just within earshot range.
Spebus, Wibus, Ebus.
Owls do be hearing, though.
It's range self, target self. No, you can just talk with animals.
Yeah, because it's on you. It's
gives
not
you
the animal.
speech.
Okay. Well, I'm going to attempt to speak with this owl then.
Okay. Yeah, you cast speak with animals.
All right. I don't know. I don't really know how this works per se, as far as like getting information, because I know it's barred by the animal's intelligence, like their ability to communicate. But I can understand what they've perceived, I believe, or I can like.
I think.
Yeah. So an owl is it could. So you could get like information about nearby locations, what it's perceived, and then you could persuade it to perform a small favor for you at the GM's discretion. I'm the GM.
Yeah, I would assume. I'm going to ask it if it's perceived. Can I ask for specific details about a person or like persons within like a certain range?
You can ask specifically. You may not receive specific information.
But generally, it'll be like yes or no type of thing.
It'll tell you the best that it can.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't exactly remember what the Tempest robes look like.
Aren't they
But-
like.
You can
blue?
describe. You describe.
I'm going
it
to ask
adequately,
it
too.
if it has seen a creature with the Tempest robes within the last however long I'm able to ask it, like day or 2 days, whatever it is, within the past day. So the past day.
Yes.
Oh shit.
And I persuade it to do a small favor to comb the forest to attempt to locate it again.
Roll persuasion.
Where's my
Can I help him persuade the bird? Since I am friends with the birds.
You have disadvantage.
Friend
That
of
is
the birds. Gorn, friend of the birds.
Literally
yeah.
abandoned his bird.
Yeah, Gorn, if you do that, then
Let him go.
Kevril will get the
If you love it,
free
let
bird
it go.
feat.
Free bird. Wow.
Let's see. Oh, I get +4 on persuasion. Where's the die? Right here, right here, right here.
Go on, big cash money.
Oh, not
Dude,
20.
huge.
Hey, persuades that owl so
So
hard.
24 total.
Yeah.
The owl's literally like, yeah, I think that's the best idea I've ever heard.
He joins me. He just
Yeah,
becomes my
it's
bird
the-
familiar.
It's the Ocarina of Time owl.
Oh, that
no.
annoying fucking guy. Oh,
God.
Yeah, but he's
That's less
informative. All right,
Yeah.
all right.
God,
fine.
but no
He's
one ever
not-
paid
He's just
attention
an
to
owl.
him.
He's just an owl.
He
He's just an
informed me
owl.
for 10 minutes for
Fucking-
unskippable
He's
dialogue.
like
Literally
a fucking
just an
hunter.
owl.
Just bam, blast the owl before he can tell you anything. And
Intervention?
then blasts you, Kevril.
He's like, hoo, hoo.
I cast Scorching Ray on
That
the owl.
scared me.
Jesus. Kevril,
Oh no.
it nods at you, and specifically, it jumps down on the corpse of this cultist
What?
and kind of pecks at the at these grotesque wounds for a moment before it does the equivalent of raising its eyebrows and looking around, indicating to you that it will continue to search for what you've described. And it flies up into the trees.
I will relay this information to the group. Because I don't think they could understand owl speak.
Are you just sitting there hooting?
No, I just can understand what it's saying. It's just like a... I don't
But you're
like,
not like,
speak. I don't speak owl. No,
Part of
it's just like...
it's a lot of body language.
A lot of head tilts. Okay.
Interesting.
So there is a Tempest wizard somewhere in this forest, at least in the past day. There's a random dead guy with a dagger of said goddess broken. And So are we gonna keep going? Are we?
Yeah, I don't want to rush anybody. I only got an hour on this spell, and if we're
Yeah,
gonna use it
I
right,
also
we should keep
think we
going.
should keep moving because I also only have an hour on this spell.
Does this not tell us that this wizard could potentially be wielding this black flame?
Considering he is the one that is dead, I think it is.
I think
Oh,
we
you
are
mean
on the
you
right
mean
track.
Malmsteen?
Tempest wizard.
Yeah. I guess that's a possibility. Like it's a
Yeah.
different Tempest wizard.
Whether or not it's a different wizard, they seem to be a lot more powerful than we have been led to believe. A lot more dangerous
Yeah.
if they wield this power.
Yeah.
Anyway, off we go.
Flint, what do you think?
Yeah.
Here?
Lottery.
On the lottery thing?
Before
Throughout
we
throughout this, Flint has kind of just been like the rest of your rock. I mean, that's a dwarf joke, but also like he has just been keeping you all on the path, providing
Rock and stone.
providing
Keeping us
stability
grounded.
to the rest of the group. Rock and stone to the bone.
Nice.
For Carl.
Before we go and leave, is there, I don't know if this is a spell or not, but is there a way that I could just like, I don't know, sprinkle holy water and just kind of consecrate this dead body so it doesn't come back to life?
You could ritual cast Gentle Repose.
I don't know if I have
You don't
that.
need to have it. You didn't need to have it prepared to have a ritual cast.
Really?
Yep, I found that
But
out
the-
very recently.
But that takes 10 minutes.
Okay, well, you said you do a whole thing.
I wanted to do just
Without
10
doing something
minutes
like
is
that,
good part of an hour.
Rosani, the best you could do is just pour some holy water on it, say some rites, and that's probably going to be your best bet.
okay. I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, you do so.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Away we go.
Wait, before we go. How No, it's gonna take 2 seconds.
Oh
How
my
much
God.
how much of this dagger is like still in the body?
It was just being
Oh, it
held
was
in his
out.
hand.
It was clear
It was
that
just
this
in his
person
hand?
was wielding it. Yeah.
Okay.
Which, do we have a bag of holding? Did we ever have one of those?
Yes.
Yes? Can I,
DeLorean has it.
Well, good. What?
I would like
a
to
bag
put
of
this
holding.
dagger in the bag of holding.
Oh,
That's
sure.
gonna be my move, yes.
I'll put that in there.
Please
Broken
mark
dagger?
down that the jewel is broken on it.
Okay. Evil dagger with broken jewel.
Evil Sensela dagger with broken jewel.
Okay.
I'm just gonna write evil.
Okay.
Just
Alright.
evil.
And I'm just gonna put broken.
You
Okay.
you continue down along the path.
No. Wait.
Oh
I kissed the
my.
body on the lips.
Ew.
Alright.
Dude.
I need you to
I
roll a
don't.
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah,
No.
don't do that.
Please
You're just gonna burst into fucking black flame and die.
We all die.
Only some of us truly live, says
Jesus.
DeLorean. Consumer of dead man dust.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, kissing the body is probably not a big deal if you've already like eaten some.
Yeah.
Anyways, you guys continue along the path further north, past the border that Duke Brolin's men have established in their search. Again, I know all your passive perceptions from before. You are walking northbound along the road. And again, you hear something else. This time, the sounds of a battle. You do not yet see where exactly it is occurring, though you can tell, the more perceptive of you, that it is ahead of you, likely on the road. You can't see it, but you can definitely hear it happening. You are out of sight line of anything that is battling right now.
Up ahead, like I'm guessing the clearing is just up ahead.
You are nearing the clearing, but you're still a couple, maybe like a half mile. It's a pretty far ride from the clearing.
Okay. We need to haul ass.
Although we have to keep our eyes out, because I'm wondering if we're just being led astray and distracted.
Well, I will say Malmsteen is not within 1,000 feet, so
That is
we're good there.
comforting and disconcerting all at the same time.
Could we tell how fresh the body was by chance?
No, you're still hearing a battle ahead of you.
We're hearing
Everyone's
a
still-
battle.
body
He's
from
still
before.
talking about the old body.
You can't tell with those wounds.
Okay.
Okay, let's
We need
Battle
to
noise.
help this battle.
let's hurry
yesterday.
along to the battle.
Look, we peer,
We run.
perceive.
I'll move ahead stealth again.
Okay, you can go ahead and roll for stealth. The rest of you are going.
Mm-hmm.
I can't just use my old one.
No.
Yeah, we're just gonna go.
New stealth.
Okay.
16 plus 7.
Yeah, you're able to stealth up. Following the noise of battle, you all run ahead, weapons drawn, ready to assist who must be Duke Brolin's men fighting something. And you come upon, maybe 100 feet away, a grim scene. Two hooded humanoids. Echo? That was spooky as
Me?
fuck.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Two hooded humanoids lay upon the ground, dead, while a third clutches at a mortal wound with one arm bent low in a defensive stance, with a razor-sharp dagger outstretched in the other, not unlike the one that you recently acquired. There is a tall, ethereal figure clad in dark robes that stands before the injured man, and blood runs down the length of a gleaming greatsword and drips onto the dirt below. In a flash of silvered steel, the man is cut down, and the tall figure stoops low to the corpse, muttering something to themselves. Their blade still drawn at their side.
Well,
I approach. Maul in hand.
I'm gonna approach behind, like immediately behind Gorn.
I
Like
would like to
to-
cast Hold
So they're
Person.
hidden.
Still stealth.
The person?
Yes.
Gonna knock an arrow.
What's your spell save?
16?
16. And what's the saving throw? A whiz?
Wisdom. Yep.
Okay. That's a 20.
Fuck.
Succeeds. This
Hey.
figure succeeds, but Rosani, upon your casting of the spell, it's clear that you've made your presence known to this being. They stand up, their blades still drawn, while Gorn, you with your maul, Kevril, your arrow knocked, and the rest of you prepared. The figure slowly turns around towards you. She's a tall, pale woman with long, dark hair,
Oh no.
long, black, flowing robes.
Oh no.
And
I
a few of
swear
you,
to God.
Kevril,
I swear to
Rosani,
God. No.
and Otis at this point recognize this as Raya,
Yep.
Fuck no.
whom you have seen before, of course. You all get a closer look as she turns around. And it looks like the three hooded figures that she has cut down are very similar to the one that you saw a mile or so down the road, though notably absent of terrible, horrible necrotic wounds.
I'm gonna unnock. I'm just gonna drop my arrow down.
Raya?
She looks at you, Rosani, and softly speaks. True to my word, I had hoped that we would not meet each other again under circumstances such as these. She gestures to the corpses behind her and to the woods. Especially not so soon.
Wait. How long have you been here? In this area? Are you able to, like, teleport around at all?
She senses that you are clearly concerned with her presence. I only arrived a few days ago. And yes, I can cover distance quickly.
Have you been to Paradine recently?
Within the past week, yes.
And you met a man named Calhoun?
So that is his name. Yes, I believe I have.
Thank God. Jesus. Okay. It's fine. Okay.
From across the clearing, DeLorean yells, "Do you think they're a good fit?" Just from out in the bushes somewhere.
I'm gonna walk up to Gorn and like put my hand on his shoulder, and like kind of like put my hand on his maul, and like kind of try to lower it down, because I know he's like super not trusting of literally anybody.
She is not a threat.
She looks over to where you spoke from, DeLorean, and looks over there, kind of looks up for a moment, then towards Rosani, and soft smile for a moment. This is clearly not a very emotional woman, from what you've gathered. She's very tall. For those of you who don't know her, well, you've all heard her description before, when she was first encountered outside of or in the logging camp after you guys fucked up all those Narvushans.
I summoned a literal fire elemental on their ritual fire and just burned them all to the ground.
Yeah.
Yes. She looks at you, Rosani, and towards the rest of you. You do notice that she does keep her blade in hand as she speaks. We are in troubled times. Daughter of the matron. I come here with a specific objective. I have learned from Kel that something terrible has arrived here north of Magnolia, and I have been sent here to root it out and destroy it. Seeing you here, I believe we are one in this task.
Yes. Can you, so we have a couple of tasks around here. Can you be more specific? Because, I mean, there's this really bad wizard guy. And then there's a friend of ours who went, a little crazy. So he's also around here somewhere. But then there's also apparently this, black fire mage who may or may not be the same as the other mage, but we're not entirely sure. So there's a lot of threats around. So can you be more specific about your goals?
I do not know for sure. I only know that something in these woods registers foully to my senses, something great and terrible. These are. She gestures once more to the corpses. These are not the first that I have discovered. Since my arrival here, I have found several more of Senseila's cultists and have dispatched them. It is concerning to me to see this many. Typically, Senseila's numbers are few and they prefer to operate in secret, but now they behave erratically. I have not seen them attack travelers on the road, nor can I find any evidence of any dark plans or rituals. From what I've gathered, it seems as if they're looking for something and they are acting uncharacteristically bold to the rats that scurry in the darkness, as like they usually are.
I'm gonna walk like within a couple feet of her. Not far from here, there was another one of these cultists. His body was disheveled, destroyed by something necrotic, necromancy. This black flame. Did you take that cultist down?
No, but I have seen the wounds. Not all of the corpses that lay in this forest have been laid down by my blade. What you describe I have seen before here, but never elsewhere.
What do the corpses on the ground look like?
Very similar to the cultists that you guys found southbound.
Minus
So-
the black flame damage, I assume.
Yeah, two human men and women, creepy robes, a couple spooky tattoos. Their daggers have been shattered. Except for the one, which she just slayed, which she stops as you guys are speaking for a moment, looks towards it, and sorry, you know of course what happens next if we do not act.
Yes.
And she, with her fucking silver greatsword, just shatters the gem on the dagger on the ground before anything else can be done. Before kind of wiping the blood off of the blade and onto her dark sleeve, cleaning it.
Okay. So, do you have any leads, or are you just also wandering through the forest late at night looking for anybody?
I am headed north. I previously met with one of your fellows. She gestures towards Otis. Hello again, Otis. He is quite interesting, that one. As well as 2 more in your company. She looks over at you, Gorn. And you, Roscoe. And Roscoe, she speaks to you. Tell me, Bard. Have you faced death before?
I have. I rubbed the scar on my neck.
I can tell. And yet, here you stand. Rosani, she looks back at you. The death guides of my order would typically not permit those that have cheated death to continue to do so. But given that these are trying times, I'm willing to overlook this as a professional courtesy.
Thank you.
I
Recognize
greatly appreciate
those
that.
are well, never mind, I won't say that. She looks at the 2 of you, Roscoe and Gorn, for a moment longer, and this woman doesn't really show much emotion on her face, but clearly a little uncomfortable at you 2.
Why?
Hmm?
Why?
Did you not hear what I just said?
I know, but he didn't say why she's freaked out by me.
She didn't say. Seems like she's got the same reason for both of you.
Just looked at me. Okay, sorry.
Shh. But she sheaths her blade.
I'll rest my maul on the ground.
As I said before, I had hoped that we would not meet under times such as these, but perhaps it is fortuitous. We may assist each other in rooting out the evil in these woods.
I think that would be best.
And I will follow you for a time. Please, lead the way. I will follow.
Okay.
Congratulations, Death Guide Raya
Has joined the party.
Temporarily.
Dude,
Let's
we
go.
got another Lilith. It's just goth chicks with you, dude.
Not Lilith.
It's
It's big
Vampire
Lilith.
Hunter, bro.
Still edgy.
This one's
Dude.
completely different.
Yeah, different
Completely.
Dark Paladin.
Yeah, we get
Yeah.
it. Dami Mommy.
Different Dami Mommy
Dami
Dark
Mommy.
Paladin.
There's a whole foot worth of difference.
Wow.
Yeah, you made her bigger.
I did.
How
Hell
tall
yeah.
is this woman?
More suitable to your
She's like
tastes, I'm sure.
6'9".
Oh, she's
Damn.
towering
Hell
over
yeah.
Gorn.
Holy shit.
She
Yes.
towers over me, a full elf.
She's like competitive with the boys.
God
I think
damn.
Gorn's got to shoot a shot with this death paladin lady.
She will kill you.
She
You
would
guys,
straight up
will-
just, she
you
would
guys
start
look
killing.
at her, and
Okay.
she looks.
It's not
The
the
best way I could really describe her, is if the Grim Reaper was a human being instead of a skeleton, instead of a scythe, it's a big fucking sword. Not like a guts sword, but
Aw.
like a long, like razor sharp silver great sword.
So is she
looks-
is she
Like a
shredded?
claymore?
She is covered head to toe in these robes. She looks like a Grim Reaper, basically, except with like skin and blood, probably.
I'm into it.
But there is Well, I've got one last thing because we are about to end the session. But I will say that there's not much more to be done before you arrive. So I got this map here.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Shit!
oh,
It moves! The map moves!
That's hurting my eyes. Holy shit.
Biggin.
oh
It's
my god,
big,
you
it's
guys
dark.
remember this? You remember the fucking bomb?
Dude, the
It
bomb!
moves.
God.
It moves!
It's got fog, yeah.
That looks really cool.
That is pretty
That's
badass.
so cool.
With Fight 'em
How
Part
tough,
2.
How tough was that?
You know, I'm not gonna do it the same way I did it to make it work this time. This was kind of a this is more of a proof of concept than anything else. I'm
Yeah, but I
trying to
mean,
find a
what had to go into it? Like, was this plug an image into a thing and it'll put a fog overlay on it, or did you fucking animate this?
No, I didn't draw these out myself.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how to do that for a couple of things. No, this was kind of an image overlay, and I found a website. I'm on a free trial for it right now because it costs like $20 a month. So
Holy shit.
I gotta not forget to get off that.
Damn. Okay.
But it was cool. But anyways, after a long, harrowing journey in the day, you guys finally come once more upon the clearing. In fact, before you even arrive here, Gorn, you can sense that you are getting closer and closer to this place. You're filled with unease, and occasionally hear the ha ha of a crow above you.
Thought I'm more like a Minecraft villager.
Speaking of sense, I guess while we're here, is he within 1,000 feet?
And the last thing I will tell you in this session is no, you do not sense him within 1,000 feet of here.
Comforting.
Wait, can the last thing be, do I see anything?
Oh my lord.
How about
You see
last
Gorn
thing, does my
Fortnite dancing in the
owl,
corner.
does my,
Yo.
my owl see anything? Gore default dance?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Roshani, you see the cloud of buckshot stop right in front of your face before the session ends, and you are instantly killed next
Damn.
session.
That's
Guys,
not a buckshot.
That is it for today's session. This has been the Collective Session 74, Black Throated Wind. Thank you all for coming. I hope you all enjoyed. If you're watching us for the first time, then we have animated maps now.
Hell yeah, we do.
If you're watching us for the second time, thanks.
Hated all of you.
If you're watching it for any other number of times, hey, I love you, and I'll send you a sending message later. That is it, guys. Stream is now over.